YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. This is the spoiler reviews.
Yay.
Shoot my freaking microphone.
Tight.
Damn it.
We get right into business, y'all. We did the spoiler-free review. This is the spoilers. I'm Jody Joe. Tarian's in the building. Flash is here. E is here. Sadler Ward. Virgo King. The man, the myth, the legend, the code.
Get it.
Let's talk spoilers.
Yes.
Wanda completely dominated this movie, bro. Scarlet Witch is fire, my nigga.
Yes.
She's sexy. She looked good with the curves in that suit.
Oh.
And the way she came out, that teleportation warp, twisted body like the Ring. When she came out, freaking, I was like, what the frick? I said, God damn, this motherfucker. Sam Raimi flexed and jizzed all over this movie, bro.
Yes.
Scott Derrickson, I'm sorry, my nigga. You was gonna make that horror. Sam did it. You take a big L. You should have just did what. It makes me sad to think that, dang, dog, I'm glad you got fired, my nigga. Because there's no way I thought that Scott Derrickson could have made this movie.
Yeah, maybe he didn't think he can go with the because maybe he thought that.
Sam did it. He went dark as shit.
Wanted, Kevin Feige wanted to somewhat.
It would have been pure
laughable,
formula.
and he didn't want to go laughable. He probably wanted to just go straight serious.
Yeah.
Sam has a little laughable moment.
Now,
Goodness, it's so good to hear Doctor Strange not tell a joke for.
Well, Doctor Strange really was.
He always
It was a few, but he wasn't in his normal state.
the only joke that he really
wasn't
made.
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. Hey, kid.
The only one he really made was that lunchbox one when she was in
Which
her.
was appropriate for me because I had that lunchbox. That's the only reason I'm a damn Avengers fan.
Really?
Because I said, Mom, I sent my mom to the store to get a DC lunch bag or whatever. Yeah. She came home with the wrong thing. I was like, Mom, I don't even know who these people are. Who is this Yellow Jacket, a Scarlet Witch, a Vision? What is it? Then I turned over. Oh, the Hulk is on here. Okay. The Hulk. He's popping. And then Captain America was on the other side. I'm like, okay. And then I've been a Marvel fan ever since, man, because it was mysterious to me. So when he said, you're going to be on the lunchbox, I had that lunchbox. So I laughed because it wasn't like one of these corny jokes. It was like when Wonder Woman did the revolving door thing. That was funny. It wasn't like Thor.
These are spoilers. We're going to talk spoilers, so please go away for this.
Hey, and if you hear, that mean you seen the movie already. You day ones like us.
Yep.
We love that about you. Give it up for yourselves,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to them, bro.
We can't get spoiled because we see it first.
Hey.
Oh shit.
John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
Oh.
They cast. Oh my God! They kept that shit in the bag.
Everybody went crazy.
I heard E like, yo, I'm feeling that costume.
I couldn't believe seeing it. And they had that under wraps, bro. Nobody knew about it. What are you saying?
Mama been talking about this shit on the internet, playing for Mr. Protect. No, they don't think he ain't gonna do it.
I didn't think they was gonna do it.
But I was surprised. I'm like, oh shit, they did it.
You know what that means? Who will be sued?
His wife.
Right.
His wife.
I mean, at this point, if
Woo!
they gonna drop the
I would
ball
love to
hard.
see her squeeze up in some fantastic
Who was
shit.
his wife?
His wife,
Emily
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt is his wife?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
From A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also with that, I like how not only with them bringing in him as Mr. Fantastic, I like how when they confronted Wanda and he was talking about I have kids, so he's teasing the children they have. Y'all know who Franklin Richards is. Y'all know how OP Franklin Richards is.
For those that don't know, Franklin Richards is the most powerful person in the Marvel universe, damn near. Like he's number 2 or 3 out of everybody.
But when Wanda,
Xavier's son, OP too.
But what Wanda said, when Wanda said, she said, "Are you married?" And he was like, "Yes." She says, "Well, that will leave one parent to raise your child."
Yeah.
She was hitting people with some haymaker lines.
Yeah, that was my favorite Wanda.
She was dark as shit. It was dark. That's it. Her script, like her lines, was like some like chef's kiss. Like every line that
she said, "What mouth?" Bro, the Illuminati. The Illuminati is in this movie. We saw Black Bolt, which they want to erase the first time we saw MCU's Black Bolt.
Yeah.
What was the name of that shit? Invaders. Inhuman.
But it's the same guy though. They had the same guy.
That wasn't the same guy.
That was the same guy.
Well,
that didn't look like him.
That was the same guy. He was wearing that shit, so I couldn't see
he was wearing the mask, but that was the same guy I seen. Yeah.
He was wearing a mask.
Yeah, I couldn't recognize the dude.
Joe, I think seen the.
Okay.
I thought the Inhumans movie never came.
They talking
They
about
shut down the
It was
show. It was bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Black Bolt was there. We saw Monica Rambeau,
Maria,
Maria Rambeau,
Yeah.
the daughter of Monica,
the mother.
Still crazy to me.
The mother.
mother of Monica.
That's her mother.
That's her mom. It's not
Monica's the child.
And
Maria is the mama.
Yeah.
So it's Maria Rambeau, aka Photon.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Other
still crazy to me
universe
that
shit
he's
anyway.
kept
We
it
saw her on her
moving.
Photon shit.
She's
Yeah.
full time?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like
She just didn't have a little afro thing.
yeah, aka Captain Marvel, Photon. She has like many names.
He has a
Also, we saw Reed Richards,
Yep.
Baron Mordo's return,
Yeah.
and I don't want to leave. Is the epic one the last one? Am I missing somebody?
Captain Carter.
Oh, thank you. We had Peggy Carter as Captain Britain.
Captain
Captain
Britain.
Britain.
Captain Britain.
So Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Let's leave. Can we save the? Let's not talk about the elephant.
Okay.
Let's stop. Let's not talk about him yet,
Okay.
bro. Peggy Carter. Nice to see. Wish it was Steve. Didn't care to see her.
I didn't wish it was Steve. It was fine.
Didn't care.
I'm fine with her.
I would have left.
Felt like it was a waste of a seat.
The nod to Steve was, I can do this all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And I almost threw up in my mouth at that.
I
shit.
knew you did.
That shit was cheesy as
When
frick.
she said,
I could do this all day.
When she said
Sit
that,
down.
when she
Bro,
said
we
that
keep
line, I
looking
looked
like,
right
what
over
the
at you because I already knew how you was.
Nigga, I did not like that, bro. I know Sam. I know that was in the script. Like, oh, the fans are gonna love this. Not me,
Kevin
bro.
Feige put that shit in there.
Not
bro.
me. I did not like when she said, I can do this all day. Right before she got her body sliced in half. For sure.
and even then, how Scarlet Witch killed them was though like she blew up Black Bolt's head after making him have no mouth. Then she shredded Mr. Fantastic.
We're on Peggy.
Oh my bad.
We're on Peggy Carter right now.
See,
We're talking about Peggy.
My thing is this: when they did Captain Britain, bro, I
He was just
blowing.
blowing up he was going over the whole
This
shit.
ain't reloaded.
Yeah, this nigga was just knocking out all the shit.
When
Fuck.
they did Captain Britain, bro, I would have loved to see her like really.
What is she doing there?
Yeah,
She's not strong enough.
What
I
makes
wasn't
you
saying
that?
jetpack shot.
That was
Jetpack with that wax shield, don't you bounce to that shit?
So what if she?
I don't even care about that shit, bro.
What makes her
What?
think she can beat
Let me hear this.
Scarlet Witch
This nigga said-
with the shield? What makes she
Sad.
think she can beat
He
her?
just told you, and what if she took the formula?
She has
I don't
the
give a
formula.
freak if Steve
What does
Rogers
that
is
have
there.
to do with
what you
her
doing
trying
there,
to
my
fight
nigga?
a witch with a shield?
With a shield and a jetpack. What are you doing there?
She's a part of the Illuminati, so she got to. She trying to.
Who said she was part of the Illuminati?
She was sitting at the damn
Is Peggy?
table.
Hey, you missed a comic book? Aren't you?
That's a what if. I don't know.
No. Aren't you Mr. Comic Book? You hate when the movie's different than the comics? Because that bitch ain't in the freaking Illuminati, if I'm not mistaken.
I agree, but the what if? That what if?
But you're cool with this.
The what if was tight. I can
But you're cool with this.
That
He does
part.
that a lot.
What
He
does
that a lot.
he's a freaking hypocrite,
that a
isn't he?
lot.
He
He
ain't
does that a
shit.
lot.
This is the canon shit.
That
This is
was
the canon shit.
that was one of the few
the-
moments
that's
I
the
thought
problem.
was fan service.
Why is she there,
Did
Sam?
that? No, it was-
She's so weak and out of place.
I understand
That's
that she
why I didn't
was
like
weak, but
that
she
though.
was
and they
good.
killed her last.
She wasn't putting this
And
shit
they
last.
Put it working.
She threw the shield.
Threw that shield, got the rocket on her back, and
The rocket on her.
It was.
off the round. I don't care what you doing.
Hey, I need to see her.
She didn't do
fight,
shit, bro. She threw the shield, she
looked
caught
nice
it,
doing it.
and then threw it right back at her body and cut her in
She
half.
said she could do it all day when she hadn't
died.
done anything yet.
Yes.
She had. They just jumped her like they must
She
have
hit
cut
back
her.
up. She get back up. She get back
She didn't hit her not
My
once.
thing
When
is this.
Cap
She
said he
didn't
could
hit her
do
not
this,
once.
when Cap said he could do this all day, they were literally had done it all day.
Yeah.
My thing is
She
this.
said, I can do this all day, then died. I can do this all day. I was like, okay. Yeah.
That was gonna be my
Everybody is.
minus. That was gonna be my minus.
I really wish they just didn't. And it's not about not liking a woman. She's in the way. Get her
But-
out of here.
but my thing is
Replace her with any X-Men character, any other. So many other characters could have been there. Nick Fury.
My thing is this.
Oh!
People when they watch What If love Peggy Carter, bro. People was talking about that all on the internet.
Nigga, what?
Well, you were on the internet reading chat rooms about Doctor Strange.
But my thing is this.
I'm talking about Peggy Carter as like what if people was like, oh, what if she should be that they should make her in this shit. They should make her in a movie.
We're talking about her being in the
Bullshit.
Illuminati in the Doctor Strange
Transform.
movie.
Thunderclap and Flash, that ass.
My thing, but my,
Bro, what is he saying?
Well,
Is she dead?
Well, my thing is,
What?
She's dead.
she got cut in
She
half,
got
right?
cut in half.
She got cut in half.
No,
by the
prior to this movie.
She never existed.
Yeah,
That's
she's,
another alternate universe. Anyway.
Was she Captain Britain on
No.
No.
They
Only
did
in the What If.
in the
In the
What
What
If
If
show. They did other universes. What
You didn't
if
watch What If?
Cap was
I
not this?
skipped it after
watch
the
it.
You
third
gotta watch
after
it.
the zombie
It's
was
the
now.
first
Well,
on
episode.
the third
because
one,
the first
people
one
were
was
like,
so-
it's so.
It's the first episode of What If.
Yeah, the
But
first-
my
They
thing
said
is,
the first three and then that's it.
my thing is this: if Maria Rambeau could not take out Scarlet Witch with her powers, what made her think that she was going to take her out with a shield?
Why was she in this movie, Tarian?
Like someone else said,
She
fan
didn't
service.
Bro, she's supposed to have super speed. She should have been able to kill Wanda. Just like it's like Flash being in the room, beat you out. But they didn't utilize. She was just shooting beams.
I would have been mad if she was able to
She was supposed to
do it.
be
She got
full-time?
crushed with a statue.
That was weak.
That was
And I thought
crazy.
she was super strong.
Yeah, I said, why didn't you use
That
her
arm
powers right
and that
there?
arm on it.
No.
Yeah,
I
That's the ultimate.
Now,
That lets you know she's dead.
here's I didn't feel death from her. I felt like
She did.
unconscious. I didn't get death from
Oh,
her because
time. Wow.
Reed Richards being
Hey, bro.
shredded, clearly dead. Black Bolt, clearly
Oh, he's
dead.
doing it again.
Peggy,
that's another universe, though. That's not the main universe.
but I didn't feel like she was dead with her hand. We got no blood.
Because there's no blood, no death, for
She
sure.
was dead.
Hey, that whole soliloquy was showing her murder them all.
Yeah.
Except Baron Mordo, who's still alive.
Yeah, because he never encountered her.
stuck in the ditch.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna eat, huh?
Yeah.
I was
So-
gonna eat, huh?
How's he gonna eat? He's gonna die of starvation. Bad joke, flash joke. But also moving on. So Baron Mordo. So I want to get a vote of hands real quick about Peggy Carter. Do you want her there or not? Code.
No.
No.
Not in that scene. I don't mind her. It was nice to see
She's not the
her.
only person I didn't want there, though.
I didn't like
Who was the
her,
other people you
man.
didn't want
For
to?
sure. 6 no's and a yes. He said yes. I feel like she was a waste of a seat, bro.
I didn't
Imagine
want-
how
I
epic.
didn't want, not the seat.
She's a waste of the seat.
No, she's a waste of the seat short. I didn't
Yeah.
want her in that fight scene.
I don't care about Peggy
Right.
Carter, my nigga.
She could have been
That's the
there.
point.
I didn't
Right.
want, I
don't
didn't
care.
want,
Yeah.
I didn't want Mr. Fantastic in that fight scene either. I didn't want him there.
Magic and shit. He shouldn't be fighting
I
nobody.
don't know. I didn't want him
Hey,
there.
no, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Fantastic got
that
the
shit was
brain.
perfect.
No,
Mr.
on the
Fantastic
seat,
was trash,
sure.
too.
Hey, I'm sorry.
At that fight, no.
No,
You gotta get
no,
in.
trash too.
No,
Hey,
he wasn't gonna do nothing because he was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna do nothing." But
No,
Black
all
Bolt
them
over
niggas-
here, he can whisper.
all them niggas needs to
No,
be there.
stupid. All these.
All
Nah,
them
they
niggas
didn't need to be
there.
there.
No Peggy, but I'm just saying, but they was cocky as shit. Like we were headed to Wanda, nigga, and all them there getting wrecked. Nigga, fuck out of here. They all needs to be there to prove that point.
That's stupid though. He told her exactly what was going to happen, knowing that.
We're gonna talk about an issue with the movie because Virgo brought it up.
All right.
One of the issues with this movie was the fact that Doctor Strange is in this universe facing the Illuminati, and they're saying, "Yo, we got the book." Well, good, you got the book. Well, somebody bad's about to come here and wreck all of you. We can we can handle the witch. It's not a problem. We know we
You handle your little witch.
arrogant.
Your little witch,
It's
and
arrogant.
then we proceed to see her come in and murder you all. What the freak was that about? Go get the goddamn book. A huge issue with me. Like
Go
that
get the
shows
goddamn
you're
book.
supposed to be these Illuminati, these all-knowing, but you guys were all a bunch of morons. You
That was
guys
my
were
issue.
so out of your element.
I want to see what the other Doctor Strange they killed. When he supposedly wrecked Thanos, bro. I need to see that shit. He was OP with power, and they was afraid of him.
What do you mean supposedly wreck Thanos?
Well, I mean, he was powerful as shit, so they killed him. Remember, he was going through the book, reading the shit. He started dreaming.
He wrecked Thanos.
Doctor Strange actually did something against Thanos, rather than
Oh,
just
you
looking
ain't
very.
sure.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And they said that basically he was
Can I
powerful. That's
get
why
it?
they said they had to get rid of him.
Can I get a close up, Jody?
14 million
Oh, he's talking about
possibilities.
that shit with you.
Sorry.
And only one.
That brings up another issue of this movie. I said it to you.
What's up?
Remember when I leaned over at you and I said this completely undoes Endgame?
I heard you say it.
Because they said Doctor Strange beat Thanos.
Yeah.
But Thanos sat up there and looked at 16,402, 602, whatever the freak, possibilities. And there was only one way to defeat Thanos, and it was letting Iron Man do it.
Yeah.
No, my nigga, there was a book out there that you could have got.
But
Maybe in
But-
his
but-
universe there was only one way.
Remember he said the
There's a
book.
book in every
yeah,
universe.
but
He said he didn't believe the book. He said the book.
Every universe has a book.
he probably saw.
He
a
didn't know the
possibility.
book existed.
Yeah, he said the book
He
didn't
looked at
exist.
possibilities.
He said
but
the book didn't exist. He said it was fake. He said that's not
That
real.
was the other book, E.
What?
No, he didn't know about
the
this
other
book.
That was
Remember,
the
Han
nice
told him
book.
about
Even
the
if he
book.
doesn't, even if he
His name
doesn't,
ain't Han. What's his name?
Juan.
even if
Juan.
he doesn't know about the possibilities, he was on autopilot. A possibility would have revealed itself to him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a book in a place that dot.
Okay, let's take that.
That's fine, but I still don't see how it
But remember,
moves
there's a consequence to the book, and maybe he saw that consequence. Is like, nah, this ain't the way either.
No,
Possibility.
no, because
But he would still know about the book.
I feel like
bro.
Doctor Strange, from my understanding of this movie, Doctor Strange himself didn't beat Thanos. They all
they all
beat
beat him.
Thanos
They all beat him.
with the power of that book. Then they decided to kill Doctor Strange because of what he did by
He
creating
kept using
that.
the book, they said.
Yeah, he was warping the reality universes
doing that shit. He
and
didn't
created
stop.
what do they call it?
Inquisition.
He created
Yeah,
a
I forgot what it's called, but it's
something.
gonna make realities collide. I forgot what that shit called.
which we found at the end of the movie. Doctor Strange fate. He ended up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So that is what opened up the multiverse. That's what's gonna bring in X-Men.
An incursion.
That's what's gonna bring
Incursion,
incursion.
Yeah, there we
Good,
Go
good.
ahead, E.
Good shit. Good shit.
Check out the big brain
He
on
could,
Brad.
he could remember incursion, but he couldn't remember that Doctor Strange was the one that soloed Thanos. They all defeated Thanos. Bro.
I know, but I'm saying.
And they lied. They lied to the world and said it was Doctor Strange that did it and gave him a statue. They took that from the Dark Knight. They took that from the Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, bro.
Batman about Harvey Dent, the White Knight, gave him a statue
It's okay.
and said he's the one that saved the people, bro.
okay.
I would love to see that statue somewhere though,
That didn't bother
Yeah.
me.
on Disney somewhere.
I was
Okay.
saying that because
It unraveled Endgame.
Not for me. I feel like even if they had the book, they would have lost. Our version would have lost. That's what I
Why?
take from that.
Why?
I don't know, because he said so. He says there's only one way.
They like.
Oh,
Even
you-
if he saw
Our version- our version is
You're
the
buying
Clipper.
what they're selling you.
Yeah,
of course,
that's right.
of course you're not
Our-
following
our
it.
version
You're not using your own logic.
they
Our
said the book
version
didn't
is
I'm
the
come
using the
Clipper.
out.
logic they gave you.
You're not using your own logic.
No, I'm using the one they.
All right, if you're using what they give you, you'll never see an issue anywhere.
Our
no,
version
bullshit,
is
bullshit,
the
bullshit,
Clippers.
Bullshit, bullshit.
It's
That's
the
bullshit.
Clippers.
Clippers?
Our Avengers is the Clippers.
Oh, shoot.
No. Our Avengers got to win in the championship.
Back to the deaths. Back to the. All right, so we moved on. Sharon, Photon,
Photon
Reed Richards, amazing, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
That suit was beautiful.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best reveals, and I think like the response in the audience when he was there was like a collective.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Seeing him
like,
sit in that chair and talking like
Because it's like now,
being a boss.
because now it's
Yeah.
like now we no longer have to speculate who's going to be Reed Richards when it comes to the
Right,
Fantastic
right.
Four. There he is, right there. He's locked in.
I love the way he came in too with
Yeah,
like
he
the
teleported in.
the way he came in that little
He teleported in.
The top, yeah, he took-
Did he?
Yeah, he came into like a
He was
portal.
there.
I was like a portal.
Damn, I don't even remember that.
How did you miss that?
I don't
I
know.
missed it. I blinked and I missed it. I
And
was
he
must have blinked.
because each one was coming in like kind of cool.
Nah, he
I probably
came
put
in-
my-
He came in
put
like
my
a- like some
foot in
kind of
my
portal.
mouth.
Yeah.
And I looked back and he was I was
He came in
mad.
cool as shit when
He
he
turned
said,
around. I like that turn
Reed
around.
Richards, aka Mr. Fish, bro, that shit was
smartest man in the world. That was
Yeah,
exactly
he
what
came
they
in that
said.
energy.
I like that line.
Oh, somebody
That
called
shit
him a
was
genius.
kinda dumb.
Sarcastically.
Yeah, he
You
was kind of
genius.
Oh,
dumb.
that was Doctor Strange.
He was
called
kind of
him
dumb.
Strange.
He was the smartest man in the world.
They took shots. So them kind of jokes is funny. I just don't like the corny jokes.
Yeah.
So then they're supposed to be all knowing and they're dumb because Wanda came and wrecked their shit, pushed her
Yeah.
shit in, and it's at that moment in the movie where I'm like, all right, this shit real. This shit
Yeah.
all right, this shit is serious.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is fire.
and you know what
This
it also-
movie's officially
you know
good in this moment. Like this shit is amazing.
You know what it
right
reminded me of too? When they found out that she was there and they pulled up the cameras to see she was coming in, she was destroying all the Ultron bots. It reminded me of that last episode of the second season of Mandalorian when Luke came in and he was killing all the people.
Right.
When that part right there, it reminded me of that. Like she came in and was
Dark
wrecking
Troopers,
shop.
right?
And I love when you had that one last Ultron bot walk into the fire and knock the head off, and she came in and it was still talking, and she was like, "Shut up," and just crushed his head like right there. Like she just didn't give a fuck at that point. She was
a
over
lot of
it.
flexing.
I like that. Oh my goodness. Can we take a moment and talk about her costume?
Yeah.
That costume was
Her
dope.
costume
Yeah.
was
Oh, ski.
She looked good, bro.
She had
Yeah.
a cape. The cape was off of her waist or some crazy shit. Like it was dope, man. She had the full headdress on, which we've been waiting for almost 10 years to see her in full costume. They just had her walking around in
With a
regular
jacket.
with a jacket
with a
on.
red jacket.
It looked real Dark Phoenix-ish from the X-Men.
What's
movies.
her real name in the show?
Who?
In Avengers before Scarlet Witch?
Wanda. It was just Wanda.
what?
Maximoff.
Wanda. prefer Scarlet Witch over Wanda Romanoff any day.
Maximoff.
Maximoff.
You got it mixed up with Natasha Romanoff, who was Black
they
Widow.
both. Oh wow. Somebody in Marvel had a thing for them names.
They both Russian.
Back to the Illuminati people. I want to keep it structured.
Okay.
Because we haven't even talked about the guy.
Right.
Baron Mordo.
For you.
Baron Mordo, you know, we're not waiting on me. Niggas
No. Go through 'em.
Niggas are doing this.
Let's
and
It's an exciting movie.
I'm looking at a chaotic spell and I'm trying to.
I got you. We're not trying to.
Get the book.
You look like Doctor Strange right there.
You need the book. Get the book, Jody. You need the book.
Baron Mordo, his return, he was actually a good guy. I like that. When it was face to face, my brother, come here. I was like, okay, tight, come on in. And then he triggered him. Yeah, man, my Baron Mordo was freaking jealous and shit. I became the Sorcerer Supreme and he was a bad guy. I cast judgment. He came to kill that nigga. When my friends return, we're gonna cast judgment. No, they're not. They dead. I'm like, bro, they dead. They not coming back.
It was all dead.
They all went out there and got their shit wrecked.
You can hear this shit. Boom.
So he's out there still alive and something like that. How do we feel about Baron Mordo? You know?
I would say the only villains that dealt with Baron Mordo is whoever did his wig. I told Jody, I said they need to get
that was a one piece.
I said they need to start getting some
that shit
black
on.
people on them sets when they dealing with black people's hair and these wigs. Because that thing looked like something out of a Tyler Perry movie.
It was straight out of a Tyler Perry
Or
movie,
some
bro.
Dominicans, or they need to get in the hood because that hair was. That's the first thing I said to you, E. I said, ooh, that hair. Ain't
That
it.
hair
wig?
piece wasn't it.
Yeah.
I feel like
I agree with Tariq.
We picked up on that
You
on
need
the
to get some
trailer.
people who are black to do some of this black hair in
I
this
was like,
movie.
okay, he got dressed. And I looked at it, I was like, oh shit.
It's almost like you can tell that thing.
It was a one piece. It was all put together. You put on a head, glue it on. Stick. That shit looks so bad on the side. I'm like, oh no.
Or at least, even if it is a one piece, show some scalp because that's what give it away. It'd be all nappy and
Yeah, like matted.
It showed scalp, but it was just fake
to
scalp.
show him because I wanted to see his power, bro. He's old fucking P. He's the Sorcerer Supreme now. Show this ability, skills. He trained Strange. Now
He's not a Sorcerer Supreme.
In
that universe he was.
Oh, you're talking about in that universe?
He was.
Well,
Yeah.
by default.
But there's no Doctor Strange.
That's not the one that he trained.
Doctor Strange in that universe was stronger than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but now he's
Strange
dead.
died. That's why he
He's
was
still
there.
though. Still. He's still
Still,
strong.
okay.
He's still strong no matter what.
Okay,
So,
bro.
That Doctor Strange from our universe was stronger than him.
He just was handcuffed and
And they were, and I love how they had a hand-to-hand fight.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi put a hand-to-hand
Yeah,
fight
that was
action
weird
in
at first. Though. I ain't
That
gonna
shocked
lie.
me
Like,
though.
I liked it.
I was telling
It was out of place for me.
The fight
It was,
scene.
yeah.
I was never expecting for them to do martial arts or hand-to-hand combat in this type of
Which is great. I
And
love
saw,
that.
and you saw how they
like
you
that,
saw how
though.
they
I like
had
it.
Doctor Strange doing parkour to get out that ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Jumping
on
off
his
the wall
head.
like this.
I gotta
But he
keep it a buck.
stepped on him first. He
He's
stepped
on him. On
I'm
Mortal
really
first to get
impressed
the-
with
to
what
get
Doctor Strange, with Benedict Cumberbatch is doing here. He's one of those. He strikes me as a Robert Downey Jr. uppity
Yeah.
actor who don't want to get dirty.
I think he has
This
a
guy
theater
is willing to
background.
do these hero movies, do these stunts, and do these little fight sequences and work out and train in order to respect to Benedict Cumberbatch. For
I
that.
think he has a theater background. Like I think he came from the
Yeah,
theater.
you're right.
I know a lot of actors come from theater, but they're pompous. They're freaking they're.
shit that he did. That was
bougie.
epic. He was on point.
I appreciate the fight scene, the hand-to-hand fight scene between those two actors. Chiwetel
Ejiofor.
as well, yeah.
He always be doing that shit though.
Yeah,
but
right.
I didn't appreciate the fight scene like that. I mean, I like looking at it, but if he was coming to kill him, Strange was the one who had the bracelet and couldn't do his shit. But he could have did his shit. I'm like, why don't he just finish him? Like, what's he doing?
I don't know why he
They
wasn't
didn't
using
show
it.
his
Why don't you just
power. That's
finish
what I'm
him?
saying.
I
They didn't show
don't
his
know.
power.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I appreciate looking at it, but I was like, that's out of place to me. Like,
Maybe
come on,
he
man.
doesn't have magic in that
What you mean all
realm.
he did pull on it? He pulled out that sword. He used magic.
Whatever the case,
That was
he
it.
could have ended
His,
this shit if he wanted to. I'm like,
his magic
why?
was that sword.
The only thing
sword
Mortal
was
did
when he
was
took-
when he used that little thing to push himself slightly off the floor off his feet. That was the only thing
yeah,
he
Yeah,
did.
he did that too.
That's
Yeah.
only-
Yeah, I'm
The
like,
sword
yeah,
was magic
that's
too,
what
because
you
when he
said.
put the handcuff
You're right,
on,
he
the
could have
sword went
sorcered
down.
I think he still look at him as a friend though. You know, I assume that
He wanted to kill him. What you mean as a friend?
As for justice.
when he yelled at him when he said, "I'm starting to realize why." So I was like, okay, maybe he's
still
still looking at
good.
him as a friend.
He
He
does.
didn't really want to kill him. That
He
was
does.
my only justification.
He doesn't
Like,
really want to
shit.
kill him.
Doesn't want to kill him.
It would have.
He wanted
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He wanted to prove a point that, like, he's not a bad Strange because, the Illuminati. He didn't
A bad mortal?
Yeah. No, Doctor Strange didn't want to kill him. because he didn't want to. Because no, Mortal was gonna kill that fool. What you
He
talking
pulled
about?
out that sword.
Mortal was gonna kill him for judgment for his crime.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange ain't gonna want to kill him because he's trying to prove that he's not as bad as the other Strange, whatever.
Sure,
he did.
I agree with
That's
that.
the point.
I agree with
When he
that.
said, I cast my judgment now, he was like, when they come back, he wouldn't even fucking, they ain't coming back. I'm gonna kill you now. He was trying
Go ahead,
to
Zach.
kill us, bro.
Captain Britain should have been over there rocking with America. You know what I mean? Protecting America. That
In
would have worked
Britain?
for me, as opposed to her.
Captain Britain protecting America.
Britain.
No, protecting
America Chavez.
Yeah.
America
Yeah.
Chavez.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, what the frick?
He thought he was talking about USA.
And Christine, the doctor. You know what I mean? Nobody. They was just in the room by themselves with no real protection.
Yeah.
If that fight took place over there, that would have been one thing. But she shouldn't have been like.
You're still trying to put her in here and take a seat, bro. She doesn't deserve that seat.
They had
It's a waste of a seat, bro.
They had Ultron bots for a reason. That was the security.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't co-sign that. All right, the guy.
Okay.
Ooh, let's
It
get
was at this point watching this movie where this shit is certified. Like, not only that do I know in this moment that this movie is certified, but it lets me know that Kevin Feige is a motherfucking legend. And it's something that I noticed at the end of this movie. It said a Kevin Feige production. Kevin Feige's promotion, he's all the way up there.
That stock is high.
He's all the way up there, and deservingly so, good sir. Because me as a DC fan, we're looking for our own Kevin Feige, hoping that Kevin Feige, neither here nor there. One thing that I learned in this movie while watching this character come through, that character is Professor Charles Xavier. And the reason why Tarian did that is because I said, oh my God, Danny Elfman, on showing him, played the original 1997 X-Men theme.
That shit.
I said, oh my God, I was licking, bro.
And I don't be hearing music.
Nigga, I was like, but even more than that, the future of X-Men in the MCU is bright. I can't wait to see these amazing costumes. We're going to get a blue and yellow costume from Wolverine. It's going to look proper. We're going to get a dope Cyclops and the like. X-Men and Fantastic Four based off of Reed Richards' costume.
Yeah.
I have nothing but faith in the capabilities of Kevin Feige in X-Men with Fantastic Four. When I saw that motherfucker Professor X come out on that yellow hover, and that shit looked like it was straight out the animated series, nigga, I said, ah! That shit was lit! It was hovering, and it was shiny, and it was bright, and it was yellow! Freak what y'all talking about, Bryan Singer, Fox, y'all trash with X-Men, my nigga. You have yet to give them proper costumes to make themselves look like heroes.
After like
Look what this nigga Feige did. He got that nigga float looking like he straight out the X-Men cartoon. Oh my God!
And not only that,
nigga, this is fire, bro.
And not only that, he had him wearing that dark green suit. Then you have
It all looked on point, bro.
The whole dark.
His bald head was shiny.
I heard Jody over there 3 aisles, 3 seats away.
I was coming.
We gonna get that black and yellow Wolverine.
We about to get that Wolverine.
That blue and yellow.
That blue and yellow. We're about to get that Wolverine, bro. I knew right then and there, dog.
And you want to know what's even better is that we already knew that Professor Xavier was coming. And it's crazy because even watching this movie, we still got excited like we didn't know he was coming.
I didn't know he was coming. I stayed away from everything.
Like the excitement was already, was still up there because it's like now you can actually see him like actually coming around on that little hovering device and him pulling up like that and just parking his seat right there in the middle like he should be and just doing his Charles Xavier thing.
In the trailer, didn't they show a wheelchair there?
I didn't see
I
it.
didn't see it.
No, we just saw his hand. We just saw his hand.
You just saw his hand.
We just saw his hand. We didn't see anything else. We just saw his hand.
And you heard his voice.
Yeah.
You saw his hand on the yellow apparatus?
Yeah.
You saw yours, but you didn't see.
It was yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said people knew he was coming and still were excited, to see it. Because, like I said, people already knew. But it's just
y'all ain't shit, bro. Like, y'all be ruining shit for people, bro. Like, imagine if none of us knew anything.
I went in not knowing anything. So
Blown
all the way out.
See, I wanted that.
We were talking about, we was like,
I was still blown and I knew he was coming.
I think the only
Just
thing,
off that design.
I think the only
I hated the concept so much that I didn't even watch the trailer.
I think the only thing that really surprised all of us was Reed Richards showing up because that's the only
Yeah, I
thing
didn't
they
expect
really
that.
did not spoil like at all.
People were saying
we
they
didn't have
wanted
any
that.
speculation that he would show up.
I thought it was gonna be.
So that's
I was
the only
surprised at all of them. I didn't know
Yeah.
Black Bolt. I didn't know.
Well,
Britain.
Black Bolt too. I didn't know he was gonna show
I didn't
up.
know Britain. I didn't know Professor
I
X.
didn't know about
Maria Rambeau.
I know about
I
none of
knew
them.
Professor X from when we saw the thing and we heard his
Well, the
voice.
IMDb.
Remember we heard his voice? When we
Yeah.
watched the.
Maybe we should tell
Trailer.
him.
You know,
I didn't notice his
You
voice.
know, could have replaced.
I
Peggy
thought.
Hill. Probably something like Namor or something.
My
like
left
that.
hand.
You said Peggy Hill.
Whatever.
You said Namor.
I thought maybe it was that's too like.
That's Keegan of
Keegan of Hill?
Namor or
Yeah, I
Iron
know there was
Man.
Peggy
like
something,
another
but-
version of Iron Man, another version of Tony Stark, Iron Man, or Namor.
I said I know they mad about them speculations
would've
because
been
they've
dope.
been trying to say that was Tom Cruise's Supreme Iron Man
Yeah,
for
they've been
months.
saying that.
I said that is not him. I
too
said
old.
that is not. I said that is a black face in that costume. I said y'all can keep believing that's Tom Cruise Supreme Iron Man if you want to, but y'all gonna be disappointed when y'all go see that movie.
But that would have been dope if it was. If they
Yeah,
showed
it would've.
that shit,
It
or
would've.
like you said, Namor, and they were sitting there,
Oh,
they're
man.
fighting Illuminati. That
So-
would have been epic.
At that point, I feel like we all felt it. It was great.
I
Yeah.
felt it. That's
Yeah.
I believe I don't know if I'm stressing enough how important that moment was for me. That's in this movie.
Oh, the MCU too.
It solidified the MCU's future. MCU, I have nothing but complete trust in what they're doing, man. I'm sorry, you're gonna get them kiddie mediocre MCU movies. Fine, bring them, whatever. But when it comes down to the shit, and you know what I'm talking about, when X-Men come, the shit,
That's right.
Fantastic Four, when it comes to the shit,
That's right.
they gonna get it right.
And they basically solidified and told us right then and there. They said, now y'all know for certain, if y'all didn't know before, that Fox merger deal, it's done. We got Fantastic Four, came from Fox. We got X-Men, Fox.
Yeah.
So here it is. I
And-
mean, no
and
more questions.
For me, it tells me that because of, again, I'm using their logic, versions of these characters exist in all universe. So that means in our universe, the main MCU, there's a professor out there.
Right.
Shout out to the 616.
Y'all
Shout out
doing
to the
that like that?
616.
Y'all gonna do it like that? For sure.
We getting it shows again too by just showing this. We getting a humans, bro. That Black Bolt.
I don't know about that
Black Bolt
one.
could be
That's coming,
Black
bro.
Bolt. Black Bolt is in Secret Wars, I believe. Secret
But I'm
Invasion.
saying-
They had the
be
costume
part
going
of it.
around.
Yeah,
They might as well use it.
So it doesn't look like they can go there.
Just like they showed Reed Richards how you in this universe.
They tried with the humans. I think they
That
should
was the
just let
TV
that
show they
die.
fucked up. Like, we all like Black Bolt. Who really like
I don't like Black
I
Bolt.
don't know.
Why? Who gives a shit
Like,
about
yeah, I
Black
really
Bolt?
didn't know
I
too much
You
about
gotta
it.
like that what I did.
If he talks, he wrecks shit. I get it, but that nigga, how?
Bonito flakes.
Anyways,
Look what they did. They wiped
he's more
Strange.
powerful.
That was crazy.
when everybody done talking about that moment, I definitely want to talk about that moment and about me seeing all of them in the same place. So please,
We're going to move on from the Illuminati.
can I talk about
Yep.
it now then? Okay, great. So when you talk about directorial stuff, like the way he pulled it off was a stark white room. Everything got quiet. Everything got futuristic. Then he introduced the Illuminati, and then most of them, Reed Richards was like, ugh. And then you see everybody, boom, boom, boom. That's when I knew I was playing poker against a stacked deck. I said, this deck is stacked. This deck is loaded. And by the time he came out, he knew when everything was dark, it was a white background, everything pale. Here come Wanda, bright red, and then out of the colors, this bright yellow wheelchair hovercraft pull up. And the way he just pulled in, it just blew my mind. That was the moment. That's the A moment for me. That's the part. That was a slam dunk. From there, it could only go up.
And we seen him use his mind control and the waves going.
Oh yeah, I
Going
did
in
like that.
Doctor Strange and going in Wanda's head
Yeah.
to see that all white area. Oh, you're trapped in here. Let me help you. And then the small came and nigga, her hands came out and snapped his neck.
And Virgo, you pointed that out.
Oh my God.
You had pointed out like when she was under the rubble, how that was a callback to WandaVision after that Stark bomb had went off.
Sokovia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sokovia.
Yeah,
And
Oh, I saw that. There was nothing.
I was mad at that.
You saw the TV?
Yeah, so I was like, God damn, Wanda fucking Vision just showed
Yeah,
me.
that was
A
crazy.
toxic
WandaVision
sitcom. I
was
was
shit,
upset.
real
Yeah.
big.
She was trapped back in her
Yeah, that was
hex
how-
shit.
Yeah.
The murders of them. Nigga, that Black Bolt one was
Yeah.
wrecked my
Epic,
shit, bro.
bro.
What mouth? And he tried to.
It reminded me of the Matrix when Neo's mouth was like shut. Like
His mind was blown
I
and
expected more, bro. Expected more.
our mind was blown and his mind was blown at the same time.
Well, you thought he was gonna make a hole out of his mouth or something?
He blew his own shit up. That magic that was strong came out the back. God damn. All right, then we saw him kill.
So
Captain Britain got severed in half. Monica, blah. Bro, Reed Richards, bro.
she had him looking like blue Twizzlers.
To see him come
Silly
and be
stream.
epic
Yeah,
and then
that-
murdered.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah,
Do you know how bold that is? That's bold.
yeah.
For you to hide this big reveal of John Krasinski playing Reed Richards, showing him, making us come, and then murdering him, that's bold.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
though.
That's some really bold shit. I love it.
I love it too, but I
love
was
it.
loving it, but I was like, he's okay because he's in our universe.
Because
too.
we'll see you.
Right, he's in our
Right.
universe too.
Oh!
And you know what's so funny? And I don't know if y'all can catch the reference, but y'all all saw the movie Carrie, right?
I see
Yes.
it.
Okay.
see
Well,
it.
for those who have seen the movie Carrie, when the part in the prom when she gets the pig's blood dumped on her, what does she do? She uses her powers.
Oh, yeah.
So when I saw Wanda have that oil on her like Carrie and her using her powers like that, it literally reminded me of that prom scene.
Yeah,
Her going
Carrie's
crazy
walking-
like that.
Carrie's walking
And
like
she
this.
and Carrie had telekinetic powers, sort of like how Wanda has some telekinetic type of powers as well. And
all
it
gonna
reminded me
laugh at
and it
you.
reminded me of that.
They're all gonna laugh
So
at you.
we're talking so much of this review is when we barely scratched the surface. The plot of this movie is it's got some issues, man.
Yeah, it's got some issues. I didn't like how Professor went into her mind after. I'm like, he was supposed to go into mine and then they attack. What the fuck is going on? I didn't like that, but let's move on.
She is doing all of this. I want to make sure that I'm there. Tyreen, why is Wanda doing all this? Why is she doing this?
Easy.
Oh, we're there. Dr. Phil moment. Let's get it.
It's easy. It's really easy.
Is she still hanging on to trying to find her kids?
Trying to find her kids?
At least that's what she's telling herself.
What do you got from it?
So pretty much what he said. Like basically trying to have a family with her kids. Basically.
They kind of established that in the WandaVision.
Right. She said she wanted to go to a universe where her kids exist. She was going to kill the mother of that universe and take her place.
But she
Yeah,
said that.
that's
She
where I
said
was
kill?
at. She wanted to be with her kids.
She wanted to be with her kids in another universe.
Because she's jealous because they all happy with the kids.
Doctor Strange says, what's going to happen to their mother?
Yep.
And then she got mad and did some spell shit.
Oh,
She was obviously going to kill that mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
And she almost did.
what's curious, why did Wanda need America in the first place when at the end where she went and wrecked the Illuminati, she didn't need to do any of that because before then, she already shadow walked, sleepwalked, what's it called? Dreamwalked?
Dreamwalk.
She already dreamwalked into another universe, into where her children were, and I said, and I told you, I said we're done here.
Yeah.
An hour in, I said we're done. The script is done.
Well, no.
Wanda found peace. She found her children. Now live this life.
That's still a dream to a certain extent.
Yeah.
She's not physically there. That's just some mental meditation she said. That's
Oh,
not,
okay.
It's not real.
Okay. Did you not?
WandaVision wasn't real either.
No. What do you got? What do you got?
The reason they said it's fleeting, you can only dream walk in someone else's body for a certain amount of time. And
Nobody said that
yes, they did.
for a certain amount of time.
They
No.
said yes. That was
She's
fleeting.
almighty and powerful at the top of her mountain with her dark book.
No, they said that if you go into somebody else's
She went and slept, walked, and killed the Illuminati in another universe.
right, but you only have a
That's
certain,
iconic.
But you only have a certain amount of time to be in that universe.
For the sake of us arguing, which I was going to get him with, America had the portal open. All she had to do was physically step through it,
Beforehand.
and it's over.
But this is what the dream walk.
That's where I was at.
You don't have to dream walk. She could have got off that sheet where she was doing this
Oh, okay.
and walked through the portal that America had opened
Yes.
And just stay there.
and stayed there.
I just don't understand why.
It's over.
Why the other Scarlet?
Are y'all with me? Oh, wait.
I'm with you.
He's going forward, ignoring what I'm saying.
I'm with
Are
you.
y'all with me? Do we see that the movie should have been done then?
I mean,
She could have stopped up and stepped in that shit. Oh, here I am.
And killed her
Nah.
little bitch.
I'm
Killed
with
the
you.
Wanda and lived her life.
Dr.
Hey.
Strange addressed that though.
Hey,
What do you mean Doctor Strange addressed it?
I don't want him to forget. So what you
Go
saying?
ahead.
go ahead. She can go ahead and do that. But Doctor Strange is still living. He would have still stopped her. Tried.
How
to
could
do it.
Doctor... He would have tried to
Yep.
stop Wanda from living over there?
Yep.
You really think that Doctor Strange would have found a way to find out that Wanda when she already killed her and is living peacefully?
He would have found a way.
And F with her
Yep.
to kill him?
Yep. To kill her. Or to get rid of her. That's not
How
your
is Doctor
universe.
Strange
It
going
was
to
a
find
cop
her?
in the
It's not
movie.
your universe.
How is Doctor Strange going to find her?
He can do it.
Really?
Yeah. Like
How?
he found his way back home.
He needed her.
He needed
How are you going to find her
What's her
when
name?
America
Yeah.
couldn't even
America Child.
use her powers?
When she learned that,
Eventually
gonna
she
come
would have
back?
learned how. But
no idea he was gonna do that.
he when he got the book, he found his way, right?
No, he was
did it himself.
dreamwalking.
Wanda still asked Doctor Strange, "What's your?" I counter that. She said, "Give me the girl. I'll go in peace." I can't do that. But had she done it, you think Doctor Strange? You think she found a way? Doctor Strange would have followed her. You think if Wanda found a way to go to another universe and
wouldn't.
kill another Wanda, Doctor Strange would have followed her to kill her to stop her from
Yep.
doing what she already did?
He wouldn't.
Absolutely
They,
not.
addre- they addressed it in the movie.
Too much at stake. No.
They addressed it in the movie, and it was bullshit. At the time, for me, it wasn't, but at the end, it was bullshit. So, Doctor Strange said it. I don't know if any of y'all remember when he told her, why are you trying to take her power? You can just make her use her power, and then you can go to your kids. He told her that.
No, I didn't hear
He
that.
told her that.
Why did he said why what?
He told her she can manipulate the girl and have her use her powers and go to her children. And then she said no. She said her power will still exist out there and somebody will be able to take this from me.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
she
it.
said.
I didn't remember that.
That was
She
trash.
did say-
I remember hearing that, and that is
It's
trash.
true.
That is trash.
That anytime
Because that contradicts the plot. She asked Strange to let me do this.
I know, but
She wanted to take her
when she
power.
said- no. She wanted to take the power. But
Yes.
Strange was telling her, why don't she control the girl, don't take her power. Use her, open a portal, go through it, and let the girl go with her power.
and let Wanda go kill a Wanda?
Yeah.
You think Doctor Strange was okay
No,
with that?
no. I'm just telling
That's
you.
You said Doctor Strange said that?
He said it. I'm not saying he was telling her to go do it. He was asking her, why didn't you just do that?
Right.
As opposed to trying to kill the girl. Because if she would have done that, none of it would have gotten to him.
First of all, it's a plot device. The fact that you taking my power means I'm dead. Why does that mean that?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm taking your
They
power,
just
you
did
die
that. That's the
for
reason.
sure.
That's their shit. That's their shit.
So she was trying to take her powers.
She
though.
was trying to take. I'm just addressing what we were talking about.
All right,
now.
so she was trying to take her
She
powers.
was trying to take
so she could be able to open up a universe somewhere and live with her kids.
And
She was
stay
trying
there.
to take her power.
So you're telling me that the simple threat was America being
America.
alive?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what she
that's
said.
what I was- that's what I was trying to
It was
get at.
dumb. When they first said it, I was
No,
like,
it wasn't.
Yes, I was.
You didn't even mention America.
I dare you, fat ass.
You said Doctor
I
Strange.
dared you, fat ass.
You
Doctor
said-
Strange would find a way, nigga.
No.
That way was move America. Yo ass nigga.
You just added America, nigga. You didn't say nothing about America. Shut your Cuban, you crooked brother bullock.
You dirty ass Puerto Rican pics on white
Shut
nigga.
your
Right,
mouth. You hot dragon face, green-eyed monkey, you baboon body, freaking beast titan looking at this nigga. You little beast titan looking nigga. The armor titan is back. Sit your beast titan self down. You old bullock. Sit down, nigga. You did not one time, and they can rewind the review.
Go ahead.
I challenge them to
Rewind the review.
rewind this review, and when did you fart?
no.
Rewind the review and watch when Flash goes. And Flash, he's gonna mention Doctor Strange. Not once will America Chavez come out of his mouth.
Okay.
I'm done there. Back to your shit.
Okay.
You mean to tell me that they said that in this movie?
Yes, it was said in the movie.
All right.
You
So
don't remember saying
do you remember?
You don't remember.
I remember that.
Turn around.
I remember that.
Turn around.
He's talking about something totally different.
around.
Why are you talking?
Turn
You
around.
talking about something totally
Turn
different?
around.
What are you
Turn
talking
around.
about? What did you say?
Rewind, you
Mr.
guys.
Doctor Strange over here.
Rewind, you guys.
What are you saying, Flash?
Turn around, nigga. I told you, nigga.
Yeah, that's what
told you,
that's what
nigga.
I thought.
I just told you,
That's
fat
what
ass
I
nigga.
thought.
You remember, huh?
I don't remember.
You remember, huh?
Enlighten my memory. Help me remember. Tell me, Flash.
You don't remember asking me? She don't know how to use her powers?
I knew that.
Turn around.
I knew she didn't know how to use your
Turn
powers.
around.
I said it.
Turn around.
What does that mean?
So I never mentioned. Turn around, nigga. Turn around, nigga.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. What does he want to do? You're not saying anything.
Fucking sad.
The difference between
What is going on?
Nah, nigga.
Can you
Bullets
enlighten
have been
me?
activated.
I
Help
already
me.
did, nigga.
No, I'm not gonna do what you want me to do. You want me to turn around and go
Turn
to
around
him
and go finish
so I
it,
can
yeah.
keep the pressure off of you. But
Nah,
no,
nigga.
the pressure's on, you motherfucker. Tell me.
Remember?
Yeah, there you
You don't
go.
remember asking you, nigga?
Keep on.
She don't know how to use her powers, nigga.
Keep on.
So how that train's gonna get to her? You don't remember that shit?
Keep on.
Now turn around, nigga.
Are you done?
Turn around,
You have
nigga.
anything else to
turn
add?
around, nigga. Hey, turn around, nigga. Because you told me that I didn't
You're
mention
gonna co-sign
You
this.
told me
When
you
I go-
told me that I didn't mention America.
I'm
but
gonna
turn
go.
around, nigga.
I'm
Turn
gonna
around,
go.
nigga.
I will
go
turn around.
ahead.
So what I'm gonna do when I turn around and go to Code, who actually knows something about this movie, don't co-sign and pom pom for him, because I'm gonna tune your shit out. You have a chance now, Flash. Don't co-sign what Coach says.
Hey, Cole, I'm gonna co-sign your ass on.
All right, then for sure. Then co-sign. As long as you know you're co-signing, because I'm giving you the floor. You ain't got shit to say.
Okay. I already told you.
Stay
Go
there,
ahead.
nigga. Stay there. I'll turn
Already
around, but
told
you
you.
stay
Go
there, nigga. All right, Cole. Back to you. Me and all right for sure.
All
Me
right,
and
let's
you.
go.
So that is trash. If they said that
It is
and then
trash.
and then tried to answer it with that same thing, that's cheap.
It is cheap.
Second of all, even America being alive, that's no threat. All these universes, why would you be scared of a girl who doesn't have no powers outside of jumping through universes?
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
That's what she said. When it was said in the movie, I was like, whatever. But
I'm not buying it.
At the end, it was at the end that messed me up. But we'll get there. We'll get to the end. So
Does that have anything to do with what we're talking about?
Yeah.
So go there now.
Well, it's because she did the Dr. Phil thing. When she was looking at herself.
Showed her.
Yeah. And then she decided, she was like, I don't want to hurt anyone. All that bullshit. She could have been with her kids in that moment, like we just stated.
No,
Her kids hated her. Her kids was
No.
afraid of
She
her.
said, I believe Wanda said she was, as weird as this sounds, I believe she said it, create a universe. I think Wanda said, I'm going to create a universe with me and my kids in it.
Yeah, she did say
Okay,
that.
even if she was creating a universe.
First of all, how the freak you gonna do that?
He said that. He said your kids don't exist. So
someone did it.
he said, how are you going to create a universe with your kids?
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, they do exist. And then she showed them, so then you're showing them where they already exist with a Wanda. So now I'm thinking you're saying create universe means you're just gonna go to another universe.
Yeah, because she said I'll create.
So
a
then she
ultimate
said
universe.
create, but she's really just gonna go to an existing universe,
Right.
kill that Wanda and live as their mother.
Yeah.
All she had to do was just do it.
That's what I said.
And I'm
I
like,
think you
it's
said it-
over.
I think I heard you said it right in the movie when it was happening. Right
Yes.
when I said it. She opened the portal and I was like,
Step through.
I was like, go be with your kids. That's
Yes,
what I said.
and we're done.
I was like, but then I remember.
Why was she trying to attack and kill the Illuminati? Why was she trying to attack in Doctor Strange?
Well, they wouldn't give her the girl, so that's why.
That's why she used. That's why she used. the
She
mother.
needed the girl.
was
She
their
needed
mother.
the girl to
She was
actually be there.
dreamwalking.
Yeah,
she did the good to actually be there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, she was
To
dreamwalking. She was
actually be in the
dreamwalking. She was
universe.
dreamwalking in herself. She was
Yeah.
dreamwalking. She was controlling her.
To actually physically be in the universe, she needs the girl.
She needs to go. So she brought
Yes,
her back.
and that portal opened and she could have stepped through it and she don't need her no more.
Yeah. I'm saying, why was she fighting Illuminati? She didn't have the girl to walk through anything. She needed the girl. That's why she was fighting them.
Because
She needed to go get the girl.
It wasn't her.
You remember when she had her like this? She had her doing that shit?
Yeah.
And then she did her arm shit and then a portal opened. She was using the girl's power through the girl.
Right.
Call Strange in the bitch, close it.
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
opened
yeah,
one
yeah.
to her kids.
Yeah.
So she was doing all that. But she needs the girl to do that. She can't
Yeah.
physically go through. That's
Right.
why she
Yeah,
needs
that's
the
like
girl.
the one.
Right. So when I'm talking about once the portal opened, she should have stepped through it and it should have been game over.
Yes, go be. That's what I said. Go be with your kids.
As powerful as Scarlet Witch is, that's one ability that she does not have, and that's that going through multiple dimensions like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm with
As
you.
powerful as she is, that's the one ability that
But
she
she
doesn't
was
have.
in the dimension, is what Jody said.
Yeah, and I'm with Jody, and that's why I bring
She was
I called to
controlling her.
attention.
She
It wasn't
controlling
her.
herself.
I
It
called
wasn't
to
her.
attention the bullshit in the movie.
Remember how she was
Yeah.
she was sitting
When
there like this the
she
whole
told
time.
Strange-
Walk. She was
She
told-
walked out the door and she flew up and she flew out there when she went to the Illuminati.
Hold on, Cole got something.
She told Strange when Strange told her the exact same thing you're talking about. Why don't you just go use her power instead of taking it from her? You know it's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Use her power, go to a universe and leave her be and be with your kids.
Which Doctor Strange was basically co-signing killing a Wanda.
Well, no, he wasn't saying to do that. He was asking why didn't you just do that?
Yeah, okay.
And then right when she did that, I was like, go be with your kids. But her answer to that back in the movie was no, because she would still be out there, and there's gonna be a way for somebody, I don't know who, to take what I have from me. She wanted that ability to be gone so nobody can take her kids from her ever again.
She wanted the ability.
That's what she said.
She didn't want the ability to be gone. She wanted to possess the ability.
Well,
she wanted to take her power.
If something else happened to her new kid, she could go.
Well, yeah, you can say that.
She wanted to take her powers because in the beginning of the movie we saw that monster trying to. That was Wanda.
Yeah, she sent the monster out from another.
That was Wanda.
The book. It was Wanda.
Yeah,
that was Wanda that killed that Strange and was trying to suck up America Chavez's power in the first scene of the movie.
Yeah.
Because remember when Strange went to go talk to Wanda, she had dropped her name and Strange was like, I never said her name.
That's
Yeah.
And I picked that up instantly.
Virgo's just now picking it up. That was Wanda doing the shit.
The octopus.
Oh,
The octopus.
Agatha was the bumblebee.
She said the hardest part is the line.
And the octopus.
Agatha
We're talking.
along. Was the bumblebee, y'all.
What was that? It wasn't. Oh, the bee.
He's making a joke. He's making a WandaVision.
Yeah. Back to it. What was in the first scene of the movie? It wasn't the octopus. It was some gooey shit.
It looked like
That squid
It
shit?
looked like Stario.
Oh yeah.
It was like a mummy.
Mummy shit.
It was like an energy.
It was like a mummy.
It was
Yeah.
like an energy, like.
The octopus was different. That was the second time she tried to get
Yeah,
her.
I
And
went
he
to
said
the
it can't
food. I
get
didn't
your
come
power.
out.
We gotta get you out here because it's trying to get your power. So I was thinking maybe it was trying to get his power too.
No, it's trying to
It was
get the
after her
girl.
the whole time.
Because remember in the various universes, there's multiple versions of everybody, but America says she's the only person, the only one. There's no multiple versions of her.
Yes,
Right.
Only
She's unique. Yeah.
one. She's the only one.
Right.
And
Which
she
doesn't make
dream.
sense
She
to
said
me.
she doesn't dream. She
Doesn't
doesn't.
make sense to me either, but
That doesn't make any sense.
That's their thing.
Who's she born of? 'Cause
Where are you from? Who are you? What? Are,
Exactly.
And that's
We
and
don't know.
Jody, I leaned
oh, but we know that she got two moms.
Yeah, we know she got two moms.
Freaking miss
Who
me
the
with
fuck
that
are they?
shit.
Who the fuck
Miss
are
me with that shit.
Who the fuck are
care.
they?
And your two moms got sucked up because you're scared of bees.
Nah.
I was like, oh,
I didn't like that.
that nigga got trash,
And
bro.
Jody, I leaned into you and I said that actually was. I'm actually glad that they did that because in her comic book run, they've always said that America Chavez had one of the worst origin stories. Even when they tried to redo her origin, it was still
Right,
bad.
you did tell me that.
So
That's
them
worse.
doing-
That's
them-
bad, bro.
Which is why I'm glad they did it because they're playing off of that of her having a bad origin story. So I'm glad that they put
They
that
should
in.
have fixed that.
What kills me, because I could write this. She was born of the universe. She was born of the multiverse. She was a multiverse creation to structure and guide and keep out. You could have made the multiverse manifest her life.
I can.
But you freaking killed it by giving her two lesbian parents.
that's the
And it makes and this sticks out for me because I don't care about there being gay in a movie. Fastos was gay. He kissed his father. He had a son, two dads.
Yeah.
I was fine with it because it made sense narratively. Narratively in this movie, those two lesbian mothers is bullshit.
I
It
would.
was just put in there to be put in there, and it contradicts the story. It makes so much more sense if she doesn't have parents and doesn't know how she was born.
I
Sure,
agree.
yeah.
Here's the thing. She always had two mothers.
Well, that doesn't matter.
She always had two mothers.
What does that mean? You talking about comics?
It means it's always.
No, but in this MCU, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
time to
that's
fix
that's
that
what I'm
shit.
saying. They should
Mother Earth.
explain because in the comics, I heard her universe is nothing but women.
Like Wonder Woman.
Almost
It's like Wonder Woman.
Nothing
It's like
but
Wonder
women.
Woman.
Yeah,
It's
almost
like
like
Wonder Woman.
Them Spirit.
Okay, now it's time to fix that shit.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. Is she the only one in the multiverse though? In that comic book series, I doubt it.
Her?
That has
In the
ability to do that.
multiverse of the comic book, there's a million other versions of her in other universes.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe that's an MCU thing. Now, if you want to bring in that MCU, I'm the only one in the multiverse. You can't have parents.
I think she's the only one that got that ability.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're not listening.
If
to
you're
what
the
he's
only one in the multiverse, that means there's different parents of you throughout all the universes, but not her because she said she's the only one.
Right.
So why did you make the only one have parents? It makes so much more sense that she was created by matter or something.
Yeah. Because now
To give her parents
Like
means,
Anakin.
oh, you were born, you were raised.
Now we're gonna need narrative on her parents. Like who the fuck were they? Like
Who the freak? What? No, but we're just supposed to walk away and not
Exactly,
question.
exactly.
We're not supposed to question these things.
Her whole fucking life force is tied to the multiverse, obviously.
if you take
Right?
her
How?
ridiculous.
If you take
How?
her power, she died. Automatically, when she was pulling her out, that's pulling her essence out.
And let's talk about it. America Chavez is not needed in this movie. She is a pure MacGuffin.
Yeah, she's a MacGuffin.
Erase her from this script.
She's a MacGuffin.
In
with
my
you.
opinion, I think she's a bad character. She's a MacGuffin in this movie, and you could have written her out, and that makes it even more nonsensical. Because you use the MacGuffin, you use the least important character to institute some gay marriage shit because you want to be woke.
I don't
Exactly.
care about that.
Put the gay marriage to a character that actually matters in this movie.
because-
Let another universe have, you know how you went to another universe and, what was her name, Rachel? What's her name? Doctor Strange's, Christine. Where Christine was married to another woman. In this universe, I have a wife. Hi, meet my partner. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
But you're putting it to this tying that to a nonsensical character makes it really stand out that you're just inserting shit.
I see that.
Just for the sake of inserting it.
Yeah, because they could have just used.
I don't care about that shit,
They
though.
could have just used certain events from Spider-Man and implemented it into with the
But
multiverse, and then also possibly Ant-Man, the Quantum Realm, if that was to come into play.
We need- we-
Well, I actually heard the reason why they did put America Chavez in this movie is because originally she was supposed to be in Spider-Man No Way Home, but because of COVID, they couldn't get the schedule.
That's
right.
bullshit.
She
She
has no point in this movie.
Yeah, she
bro.
definitely wouldn't spit.
They put her in here because
I'm the only one that could do this, and it's just me, MacGuffin.
they put her in here to build her up, but also too is because she's supposed to be like the lesbian in the MCU. She's gonna be like one of the biggest ones, youngest lesbian.
And I'm all right with them introducing a lesbian character like America Chavez to be in this movie.
because it's not one of your iconic heroes.
I don't give a shit. She was created as gay, right?
Yeah.
She was like one of the first gay heroes.
Yeah.
I support that. Do it. I'd rather them do that than gender swap and sex swap character. Don't make Captain America gay. He ain't gay.
Right.
So make a character. This is a made character, and I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with the fact that she doesn't belong in this movie. Looking at this movie, you could completely erase her from the script and then insert an actual physical MacGuffin that's not a life.
Yeah,
A book.
I'm with you.
Her power was trash.
This is part of one of the stuff when I said I have problems with this movie, and you can, you know,
You could really, I'm telling you, you could yank it and pull the plot apart.
yeah, you
But
can.
it's full of so much
I
epicness.
actually
Go ahead,
liked
Sat.
her. I thought she was refreshing. Yes, they were trying to break down a few barriers. Obviously, we get our first true Latino
LGBTQ.
superhero.
Yeah.
Not even LGBTQ. She's speaking Spanish. She's bilingual. She's Latina. And
She's
I
only in
didn't-
this movie because she's LGBTQ.
Facts.
They don't give a
Right.
shit about her being Latina.
But they're checking off several boxes.
Yeah, but the main box they want checked is LGBTQ. You know why I say that's sad? Because if she wasn't gay, she wouldn't be in this movie.
That's a fact. That's the fact.
Yeah, bro.
I wasn't
Sad,
bothered
isn't it?
by
Ain't
her.
that sad?
Huh?
Ain't that sad?
I mean, you feel like she's a token.
Absolutely.
And that's
I
sad.
actually liked her.
I don't hate her, but
I didn't hate her.
I didn't hate her either.
I'm excited for her costume and for her.
Why did you like her though? I'm challenging you. Why did you like this character who didn't know shit, who had the powers? Oh, I can only do it on accident. Yes, you can. No, I can't. But yes, you can. Okay.
yeah, I didn't like
And
that.
every single moment they needed to get out and go somewhere, she guided them to the right place. Doctor Strange said so herself.
What I liked
Himself,
about her,
himself.
because the message was just, trust your powers, believe in yourself. And she is one of the few Marvel characters introduced in the last 20 years that's under 20 years old. The Marvel Universe is old. Iron
Miss
Man
Marvel's
is
coming
old
on
as
Disney
shit.
Plus.
And that's gonna be her girlfriend. I can
Iron
bet
Man-
money.
Iron Man
I
is
can bet
old.
money.
Hey, that's some
Iron
bullshit.
Man
If that's the
is
case.
old.
Go for it, freaking.
Reed Richards got gray hair. Doctor Strange got gray hair. Dr. Xavier is old. Wolverine is old.
We don't
This
know that.
is
We don't
young.
know that. We don't know
We
that.
saw Dr. Xavier.
You got Spider-Man, dog. You got
Wolverine.
Spider-Man's young. Miss
How
Marvel
old-
young?
how old is he?
Miss Marvel, little
He's now in
Kate
college.
Khan, she's like 15.
Spider-Man?
Kamala Khan, 15 years old.
Right. Kamala hasn't had a movie yet.
She got a Disney Plus series.
The show coming, yeah.
Her own show.
The show coming, yeah.
It was but this is what I'm saying. They're ushering in a younger generation. DC
Is that a good thing?
Teen Titans. I think so. I think we live with
This
her.
ain't a good thing based on what I saw. They're not off to a good start with her in this movie. I didn't want her in the movie.
I think she can become more powerful. I didn't mind her. She didn't bother me.
She's already
she bothered
powerful.
everybody else in the
You
movie.
didn't? Yeah. And Sad wants to know. Let's ask the question.
Okay.
If you could erase her from the movie, would you? Code?
Yes.
Virgo.
Did she bother you was
No.
the question. Jody rephrased
She
her
bothers the plot though.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. The plot. She doesn't need to be in
She
this.
doesn't bother
Do
me.
you think that she's vital to the plot outside of her power being a MacGuffin?
This new power explains the
Aside from her bombastic power set, and
that's
there's only
the
one.
major part of it. That's the major That's her major gift to the Marvel Universe is now we can get into these.
But she also has a character. What do you feel about her character?
What do you mean?
Her character's not
Batman
bad.
don't have a great personality, but he's Batman. Her power is
Okay,
what
so
gets us
speak
the
on it.
multiverse.
How do you feel about her?
If this is how we got the multiverse, great. I could see her with One Above All and Death had a baby and it was America. That would make sense if she had that kind of power.
Hey, answer this question. Forget her power. How you feel about her?
I liked her. I just said it. You didn't hear my last 10
Her
minutes?
character.
I don't think a little girl at that age should know what she can do yet.
She ain't got no character in this
Okay,
motherfucking
but do you
movie.
think she's necessary?
like Jack
do you think
Nicholson.
she's necessary?
You ain't got
She
no
ain't
future.
necessary in this movie outside of her powers.
Exactly, but
I heard.
They wrote her to have that power set for her to have a purpose in this movie.
But every.
No, you know what I don't like, Tarian and Flash, is the fact that this is the third time you could have introduced the multiverse that makes better sense than America Chavez. Loki, with the strands, you could have did it in Far From Home with the actual snap of Thanos having consequences, but no. We got America Chavez. Hi, I'm America Chavez. I'm just jumping through portals.
I think
What the freak?
I think representation is important in the Marvel Universe. Just like we didn't have any Asian heroes, now we got Shang-Chi. Like
Shang-Chi's dope. That's representation of a dope character in a dope movie.
We'll get a better read on America further down the line. But I know that there were fans that are excited to see themselves in this movie, and I think those fans are important.
I think
That's awesome.
Does anybody else like her?
I didn't have a problem.
I didn't have a problem. I didn't dislike her.
Yeah, I don't love her or hate her.
See, this is what you don't understand is that I don't dislike her either.
but she was a
The
waste.
difference that me and you are looking at it, I'm looking at it as a quality of film standpoint. In this script, she is not needed. She is a token MacGuffin. You could do without her.
Yeah.
So, did you not like her? I would love.
like her.
He's getting stuck on like.
I would love for someone else to challenge Jody in this room. Did anybody else enjoy her character?
I liked her, but
I didn't.
It was pointless for her.
That's
even
what you
being
were
there. Her
asking.
power was kind of.
You see what he just said? He just said I liked her and she's pointless in this movie.
Her power was trash to me. She got
Same with me. I like her, pointless.
yeah, I was thinking the
She
same.
gotta go like
It was
this.
tight.
A big stone.
Bro, she was stuck in the glass
Like, that shit
for
was
that whole
ridiculous.
time, and all of a sudden,
And then she gotta go.
like, oh, you're strong. I'm like, come on.
It's because she was scared.
It's because she was scared. I get the whole
When she
scared.
gets scared, she's screaming. Everything opens up. Like, what
I could only do powers when I get
All of
scared.
the whole
I ain't like
film
that.
is fan service. Seeing the Illuminati was fan service.
I agree with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
The Illuminati.
That we wanted to see.
The Illuminati is very.
Some
fan-service.
people outside of yourself
Yeah.
needed to see America Chavez.
No. How many people wanted to see America
I heard
Chavez?
screams when she came on the screen.
I didn't.
I did.
it doesn't matter.
How many people, hold on, tight. How many people wanted to see America Chavez in this movie? How many people showed up to see this movie to see America Chavez?
How many people knew
A
about
lot.
her?
I didn't know about
Listen, Doctor Strange wanted
Listen,
to come on
regardless
WandaVision.
regardless of what you believe, that LGBT community wants representation.
I
they're
get that.
demanding it, and now they're getting it. That's
They didn't
cause
get
and effect.
they didn't get LGBT representation from America. They got it from her parents.
That's fine, but they know what she represents. That's okay.
It's not okay
for them.
when your character
You got
is a
what you-
MacGuffin in this
You got
movie.
what you love. You got your.
This movie could have been better without her.
No.
It could have been better.
Is this
For
movie?
you.
Hey,
Only for you. You have to.
can we ask the league? Can we ask the league?
You have to stop searching to be understood.
Only for
and
me?
Actually be
Let's
understanding.
ask the league right now. Ask them.
All men.
Oh man.
Listen, you have to stop trying to be understood and start being understanding. That's where you fail.
I am very understanding.
So
I am never.
so-
I don't accept. I'm okay. I just told you with Fastos in Eternals. Fastos was
this
the black
was just
guy.
an introduction. It's damn near a cameo.
Fastos was an introduction. I loved his character. He was gay.
Black
He
Panther
kissed
was a
another
great
man and they had a
character
son. It was two dads and a
That's
son.
a man. This is a woman. Those are completely different things.
What?
They're part of that same community.
Listen, no, it's not.
They're both
It's like
LGBT.
Dominicans and Puerto Ricans or Haitians and
Gay is gay no matter what color it is, isn't it?
No, that's where you're wrong.
Unless you're black. We know that.
No. If you're a
my
gay
God.
man and you see yourself, you feel representative. But if
So you gotta be
if
gay
you're a
and the race.
lesbian, but if you're a lesbian and you haven't seen yourself, Now you got representation.
We already got that in the MCU before
Where?
this movie.
Where? Who?
Valkyrie's gay as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Brie Larson gonna be gay as shit. Monica Rambeau gay as shit. The boy and the black girl in Captain Marvel. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I think people were excited to see America.
So your whole representation shtick is played because we already seen it.
Well, going back to the Fastos thing, what I didn't like, and I had said that initially early on. Remember when they first started promoting Eternals? The first thing they said, "Oh, it's gonna be the first gay kiss."
Yes.
Yeah, that was late.
That's what kind of threw me off. And then when they said they casted Fastos as a
Shouldn't
black
that tell you something about me?
And first,
I hated that, Tarian. How did you feel about that?
I did a whole live stream about it when it first happened. I'm like, we don't even know anything about these characters, but that's the.
But we know that they're gay.
But you want to lead with that,
Exactly.
and then on top of that,
Right.
Fastos in the comics was not a gay man. He was a very heterosexual man.
Oh, you see that? Yeah.
And then
Icarus was gay.
and the person who played him is a gay man. Was
Yeah,
gay.
yeah.
So
I did not find Brie likable. I did not find Valkyrie likable. I found America Chavez likable.
Well, more people like Brie Larson.
And you were talking about her a lot, Torian.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about her a lot prior to. So for her to not know how to use her powers, I think she'll get developed.
And I like that they did that because I said two things I didn't want them to do with her character is one, we know that she is a lesbian. I didn't want them to hit you over the head in the movie about her being a lesbian.
And they didn't.
It's somebody else's movie.
They didn't. They didn't.
And I'm glad they didn't.
I am too.
I'm shocked that
I am not mad. Tarian, do you understand? Do you understand that I'm not mad that she's gay? I'm mad that she's a bad character.
Yes.
Okay, she's a bad character. Didn't even be in this movie.
Okay, that's my first point. My first point was I'm glad they didn't hit you over the head with her being a lesbian.
Yes.
We know
Same
that
here.
she's a lesbian. The second thing is I did not want them to Mary Sue her like they did with Captain Marvel. Like, how in the world did Captain Marvel?
That power is Mary Sue-ish, though.
Like, how in the world did Captain Marvel just fly out of nowhere? Like, she just flew like she never knew how to fly. And all of a
Well,
sudden-
one would argue that she is kind of a Mary Sue because of her ability.
But she said that she didn't know how to use it. She didn't
But the fact that she's the only one that has it.
She was born with it though. Her power. That's fine. I have no problem with any of that.
already,
Already
Captain
in
Marvel
her.
was given to her.
Yeah, Captain Marvel was given to her by a fucking explosion by a damn ship. Her power
It was
was
the-
already
it was-
hers.
Back to the original shit.
Yeah, what the
Sad said us, we. Are you, based on what you've seen, does America Chavez need to be in this movie?
No.
Virgo.
Nah.
E.
No.
Yes.
Flash.
They tried to do it with her power set, but as a character, I don't think she was needed.
Neither do I. Because you could have rewrote her to be a stone, a book, a staff on a mountain in a cave. Everything that she was said, she could have been an object. Everything she's in this movie could have been an object, my dude. That's a problem.
You know
Where is the Latino representation in the Marvel universe?
Well, if that's what you're looking for and that's what you want, then you're looking at it through biased glass. You want
Where
some
is
extra
it?
shit.
I'm just as a simple question.
Latino representation in the MCU?
Yes.
Don't do it with Indian.
I would say, well, Miles Morales. Miles Morales is not in the MCU.
Eternals.
Nah, that's
Eternals, she was Latino.
Who?
Selma Hayek was the leader of the Eternals.
She was the Eternals.
Selma Hayek, Ajax, is the leader of the
yeah,
Eternals.
she was-
I
And
don't
she's
like this
Hispanic.
narrative. This is a bad narrative.
What are you saying? Chime in. What's
That
bad?
whole
What's a
bullshit
bad
about
narrative?
where's the representation?
I don't like
What is
this
that?
either.
I don't like
Sad
that.
likes
There
it though.
was
He
no
wants
black
it.
people in the Marvel universe.
I don't like
we
that
wouldn't
narrative.
be feeling that.
Sad trying to check boxes.
It's not
now.
that. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
Sad
not
won't check the
checking
boxes.
That's what you're trying to do. Though.
I'm on your side with this because
I get it.
when we saw the
If there was no black people,
oh come on man.
if there was no black people in the Marvel universe, would we feel some sort of way?
Absolutely.
Yes, because
Okay.
we know that there's epic black superheroes. America Chavez ain't epic.
Right. but
She ain't
you
even
have-
liked.
but
Let's
you
keep it a
have to
buck.
start somewhere.
Bro, America,
It's not her film.
no, her comic book ain't read. Nobody buys or reads that shit. Sad.
Neither was Guardians of the Galaxy. They had
True,
to take
but they're more
time to
popular than
develop
America
them.
Chavez.
They have a white Nick Fury. They had a black one. They went with the black one, and we loved it.
Yes.
Not only because it was Samuel Jackson, but because
There's too much. No,
He's a good character.
because it was Samuel L. Jackson. Not because
Right,
that's true
and
too.
it
But
takes time,
let's get that shit
but
straight.
this is not her movie.
But that's-
Character
that-
development takes time.
You're stretching that rubber
This was
band
just
again.
an introduction.
You're stretching the
Character
rubber band.
development, I saw a whole Eternals movie. I love all of them.
You
niggas,
were
man.
happy then they just mentioned Franklin Richards. We didn't even get an inkling of Franklin Richards. It's an introduction
Read.
to this character. No, Franklin.
Read.
No.
Reach
Talking about
daddy.
the
His son is Franklin.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
he
wasn't
was-
even seen. He was just mentioned and we were happy about that.
And guess what? He's not a good character in the movie, if you ask me. If we're doing that.
No, people were happy to hear.
No, but he's not a good character in the movie.
Yeah, you can't really say, oh,
Yeah,
man,
what
his
the
character,
freak?
he has no character.
He was mentioned, so he's
was
a good
guy
character.
that
That's
you
not how
saw.
it works.
We love to see him, but
Yeah.
The thing is, you're gonna start seeing a lot of introduction of a lot of younger superheroes because of what they're setting up. Because like they did it with what's his name in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What's his name?
The military
oh
dude,
girl,
soldier
the
dude?
freckle face girl.
No, not her. Elijah Bradley, who's Isaiah Bradley's grandson. You know the boy.
Oh, the
Yeah,
light
yeah.
skin.
It's not a setup though.
And then no. Then you had Kate
Cole,
Bishop
help me out, man.
and Hawkeye.
I've been trying.
Now you have America Chavez. They're going younger because I think they probably setting up like a young Avengers type of thing. And
I'm
Right.
fine with
I
that.
think that's the direction that they're going. So, and then Miss
Fine.
Marvel going to
And
come
she
in.
was
So
part of
Those
that
aren't
new
setups.
era.
Those
If
aren't
you
setups.
want,
My
Right.
thing is, if I'm with you,
Yeah.
my thing is, and sad, please, I'm not talking, I know Black Panther is an established, every black person loves him, but Black Panther in Civil War was a good character to
Fan
the movie.
favorite. Fan
To
favorite.
the movie.
Yes.
In the movie, his dad's death and his revenge story made him a good character.
Yes.
Regardless of what his power set was, the color of his skin.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm with you with
Yes.
that. Her in this movie, I understand representation.
I get it
But
too.
her character in
No
this
good.
movie is trash.
useless.
Like you said, it could have been a box, and they're trying to get the box. The box is in the Glock. That's what
Yeah.
the
Fox
box.
would not have spoke Spanish.
It doesn't matter. It
Because it's
doesn't.
not
It
a
doesn't
shit.
matter.
Did you hear?
You didn't hear nothing I said. How about you listen to some of what I said?
I hear you. You said it could have been a box.
No.
The community that she represents would not have been excited
No.
to see a box
No.
or a book or a mirror.
So they should be mad that she was. Reduced her to a box. They
You know
should
what?
be mad.
You know what?
They
Freak
should
it.
be mad.
You know what, freak it. We just gonna put a Latino box up in there then, if that's what you want.
What they
Freak
did?
is that? A Spanish
They did.
fucking box that
A
speaks
Latino
Spanish.
box.
The box speaks Spanish, and I bet you'll be fine with that, right? Because it speaks Spanish. You got your check. You got your
No,
box.
no.
You checked off.
Non-Spanish-speaking
This is what we're talking
You
about,
would
bro.
not understand.
You messed it up. You messed it up. You messed it up, Flash.
For sure. Tarian, you have to understand, Sad really wants the representation. He's basically for the SJW crowd, what they're saying. We don't want that in our comic book movies. We will take gay. We will take Latino. We'll take black, Asian. But you better make them line up and be cool and good in this movie.
Yeah.
Because we care about the heroes. We don't give a shit about what you suck or what you lick.
Facts.
Why does your sexuality matter in a superhero movie? It shouldn't. But since we have a lot of people that say, I want to see myself on screen.
Yeah, put them.
Fine.
Put them
Put them on
on.
screen.
It's
But
about
don't
the
make them
politics.
whack.
Yeah, and if you do make them what, I should be able to judge it. What the
Part of
fuck?
That is equality.
Yeah.
Part of the problem with the Justice League
Oh, there's no problem.
Oh!
Finish. Go ahead.
Finish it!
is the fact that just like if y'all watch the video we did going into the movies, the ticket taker said, yeah, I really like Batman. And Jody said, yeah, but he wasn't OP. And he said, this is
I didn't say that. I said he wasn't Batman.
He wasn't Batman. And then Jay Lewis, shout out to Jay Lewis, the ticket ripper.
He said he wasn't OP.
He said, every Batman doesn't have to be OP.
But that was wrong. That's wrong though. Every Batman has to be
What
OP
I'm
or it's not
trying to
Batman.
tell you is that every superhero is in a different growth stage. Everybody doesn't understand their
It's a bad
powers.
analogy though, bro.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Everybody-
Batman is always OP. That's what makes him Batman.
The point is not Batman. The point is different heroes are on different story arcs.
Sure.
This was our introduction to America. Maybe further down the line, they test these characters out depending on fan popularity and how this goes. We will see more from her. Maybe she'll get better. Maybe she'll get stronger. Maybe she'll understand her
And I'll be
powers.
first in line to praise her.
But
We'll do
this
it
was
then.
just-
But
Yeah.
now,
So this
why
is
can't we
just-
critique it?
We
Because
can't.
this is us just
We can't.
getting to
We
know.
can't.
This is us just getting to know her.
So whenever
There's
new
a problem with the
character-
league. When a new character comes out, give him automatic pass.
I guess that's
Hey, she likes frijoles. Give her a pass.
pass.
She speaks in Espanol. Pass. Oh, that's a nigga.
I'm
Let's
not
give him a
saying
pass.
give her a
You gotta be
pass.
good.
I'm not saying give her a pass, but I I enjoyed the introduction of her character.
That is
And
fine.
she was a major piece of the movie without being an integral plot point.
Oh, she was an integral
Her
part.
Her powers was the plot.
Her being able to take you through multiverse was
That was it. That was it.
That was it. That's all she
major
is.
part of the movie's called.
And that's the problem. That was it. They should have
It's
given
a
her
problem
more.
when I could replace America Chavez with this water bottle.
Yeah, you should be mad at
Water
that.
bottle cannot take you to another multiverse.
Sure
my
can. This is the
goodness.
water. This is the water bottle of the gods.
Yeah, what the
This is of Universe 999.
999.
But somebody else
Universe
wrote it,
999.
They decided
If you
for
drink from this
America.
water bottle, you will have the power for 30 minutes to travel the multiverse. They could have really did that.
Yeah.
Like how they push that book.
One
That
was
book could've been the one- That book
unnecessary.
could have been the one to take you.
The cartoon world was unnecessary.
I thought the cartoon world was bringing into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it did
When I
like-
saw that, I said, bro, that could be into the Spider-Verse they just went through. Did you catch that shit?
Yeah.
That was
nice.
That was one of my.
That was that
favorite scenes
montage.
right
That was
there,
montage
when they
of
was
Dr.
going through the
Strange.
different.
Yeah,
multiverses.
bro.
Oh, and who took us through that montage?
The MacGuffin.
America Chavez. That was an epic scene that she took us
We're
through
not
all
taking
of
that
those
from
different
her.
worlds.
Wait, it wasn't just her. It was her and Doctor Strange.
Doesn't matter. I'm not taking
she
that.
was
Nobody's
Doctor
taking that from
Strange.
her.
Hey, don't do that.
Nobody's taking that from her. Don't nobody taking that from
She
her.
took us through that epic montage.
By accident.
Showing us where we could go, regardless.
No control of where we're
Could
going.
have had like a Crystal doing it, and we got Dormammu in this shit, bro. That would have been something like a Crystal doing this. Like you got to get this extra weapon or device to do it. She was.
I don't think Sad care about the plot. Like,
When you start a basketball player, you maybe give them a few minutes of time on
Oh,
the
come
court.
on, Sad.
You don't put them in the last fourth quarter as the
Bro,
man give the
You
ball.
gonna allow this?
hey,
Good
Sad,
job, my nigga.
What you talking about?
I'm looking like the bad guy over here, my
I'm on
nigga.
your side.
But you ain't saying shit.
I've been saying it. Sad just thinks whatever you say and throw
I
that shit
get
in the
full off
trash.
of nothing burgers.
Hey,
Very
look.
fast.
Look.
Nothing burgers
Sad,
fill me up quick.
Sad, all I'm saying is, and I gotta do it anyways. If she's a character in the movie, everything is the way it is. But if she was trying to, you remember when she scooped up her parents?
Yeah.
And that
Well,
happened?
no,
and
no, she didn't scoop him up. What she
by accident. You know, by
Did she
accident.
sneeze or cough? And then it
Was
opened
she
it.
He scared her.
You know what happened?
If
If you told me
She got scared.
If you told me in this movie, because that happened, she was trying to replicate that back in her own universe, and she kept doing that shit, and she came across Wanda, and you put her a part of the plot in a nice way, I would have been all for it. You get what I'm saying? She's like, ooh, I gotta find my parents, and she keep trying to keep learning, and then she come across Wanda, and Wanda's like, oh shit, I could use her to get my kids.
So you'd like a
No.
2 hour and 40 minutes.
No. I'm just trying to
You
get
want
you.
a 3 hour movie.
Bro, I'm trying to get you to see that she don't gotta be just a water bottle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because a water bottle,
A godly water bottle.
if the water bottle doesn't have
That's big.
parents and feelings and motivations, that's what she was. She didn't even have that. She wasn't even trying to get to her parents in this movie.
Yeah.
She just wanted to live.
She just accepted.
That's
I don't know
it.
where my
Don't
parents
we all
are.
just want to live?
Well, she assumed that her parents was dead.
Tossed my shit in the
Hey,
trash.
at the end of the
Dorian,
movie,
do you want to live?
He just tossed my shit in the trash.
Dorian, do you want to live?
Answer his question, please.
You said, do I want to live?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what else, Torian? I know there's more. Don't act like there's not more, Sad. He want to do more than just
He
live.
says he wanted to live.
And he
I think
wants to do
everybody
more than that.
what you're forgetting at the end of the movie, she was willing to give up her life. She said, "You take my power, take my power."
Yeah.
She was ready to die.
Yeah, she was like, I
She
understand.
gave up.
So she's a Puerto Rican Tupac.
She gave up.
You on your own, bro.
This is crazy, bro.
That's an uphill battle.
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay,
Hey, but
so
it's real.
basically that's
Representation is
it. So
important. I
basically
do see it's important. We understand representation is important. But what I will never be okay with, I don't give a shit about your sexuality or your color. You do not usurp these heroes. I'm here to
she
watch
did
superhero
it.
movies. She was the whole plot of the motherfucking movie.
But by usurp, I thought you meant like turn on Doctor Strange or try to fight them. Like he said, Wanda usurped Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
If based off what I seen in this movie, Sad, if America had full control of her power, she was gonna wreck Wanda and send her into another universe.
Well, we got a part of it.
And because she punched her.
Yeah, at the end, when she
Yeah, bro. She had to catch her fist at the last. She almost wrecked her shit and sent her to a whole nother universe.
Since she
Wiped
lost
her.
confidence in herself, that's why Wanda got her. She like,
Yeah. So
that
if
confidence.
America was at full tilt, she would have been more powerful than the Sorcerer
I
Supreme.
think it's
Nah,
safe to say
nah.
that- I think it's safe to say that Sad is probably going to be starting up the America Chavez fan club.
But
But I
America
get what he
did
wants.
say-
He wants the representation. I
America
get it.
did say, I cannot beat you, but I'm gonna do this for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
She showed
Now.
compassion.
What you want.
She did show compassion. She put her in the same room as her kids, and that was a great plot twist to me too.
That was nice.
Because I thought
Because now her kid and everything Scarlet Witch was trying to do was going sideways. It's like, oh no, you're a mom.
She was trying to get to the
what
kids.
I really didn't understand is how come there weren't more Doctor Stranges fighting each other, and Wanda, the new Wanda, the 817, yo, shout out to the 818, yo, the 616 Wanda was wrecking the Wanda with the kids. Like, I thought we were going to get a Wanda fight between two Wandas and two Doctor
Well,
Stranges.
this universe was the Wanda that actually read that book.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got
the
the
one that was
book.
carrying the
Sorry,
book
was
is
telling
way
me that.
Yeah,
stronger.
but the other
She's
one
more
still
powerful.
was scarred. She still had powers.
Yeah.
She still had powers, but
real
she's not as
small.
strong
But
with
she
the book.
couldn't even get her out of her mind. They never. She
Yeah.
was just. Oh, here.
She got the
she
book.
sleep
She's
on the couch.
stronger.
She
She
has
book.
the book.
She's
That
strong,
book.
so she
Has
can hold
the
her
book.
The book.
You
She
didn't
got
watch
the
WandaVision.
MacGuffin.
Yeah.
I did watch WandaVision.
At the end, the last episode, it showed her with the book learning the spells and getting powerful and shit.
Yeah.
But even the first Wanda prior to the regular Avengers Wanda still had a decent amount of power.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She got wrecked by Corvus Glaive in Proxima Midnight.
Man, that shit was
my-
inconsistent. So
Her and Vision got wrecked. She needed to get saved by Captain America and Black Widow.
Oh my
She
god.
wasn't strong.
either
Oh my
way.
God.
Either
Yeah.
way.
But this
At
one
base
didn't
level, she's
fight
weak.
back. This one did. She just woke up every time. She just woke up.
Yeah, she was in
and
bliss and happy. She was with her kids in her mind.
She was controlling
Either
the other
way.
one back
Hero
and forth.
in
She
the
couldn't
few
the other
universes
wasn't that
anyway.
powerful as she was. That book kept giving her more power, bro. That's why she didn't want to let that book go.
So there's three MacGuffins in this movie. It's America and that light book and the dark book.
Yeah. That light book, what was the point of showing that? We didn't even see that. They didn't even use it.
I
Or
hated
the
that.
power. What's the point?
I hate
Yeah,
that.
did they use that?
No, it got burned.
No, they
Got
didn't use
destroyed.
it.
It did.
How did
They
that
got
book get
burned.
destroyed? They got this big ass light.
How did that shit get burned like that?
Shit.
Wanda.
I know, I
They
saw
couldn't
it.
destroy
That don't
it
make
at all.
sense.
When Wanda had came through and had took control of America, some of her power had got onto the book and it like burned it.
Yeah,
She
it
did
looks.
the
I'm like,
Hadouken.
you would think
It's
a
supposed
book
to be
so
the opposite
powerful.
of the dark
Hey, they
book,
destroyed the
bro.
copy easy. Just stabbed it.
That was weak
Because that
too.
book
I'm like,
right
I was saying, y'all just killing books.
That's what I thought. When they stabbed the copy, I was like, wait a
Because that
minute.
book is like the opposite of the
What I didn't like though is the book got destroyed, and then instantly said, "Oh, that was really interesting to me plot wise." I'm like, "Awesome, the book's destroyed. What's gonna?" Oh, there's a tower that all the transcripts are written on the walls, and Wong gave it up. Wong, you take an L for that shit, bro.
Nigga, he.
And all she did was have 5 regular sorcerers. Nigga, their lives are worth protecting that book.
Exactly.
It was so uncharacteristic of Wong to advance the plot, and then it's so bad, like script writing. Oh, the book is gone. The ultimate book that we only knew. That's the only place to get these spells.
Lie to this bitch. Take
Then-
the girls and fight this bitch.
See how you critique the
Then
plot?
when we
Had nothing to do with
finally-
the race?
Yeah.
See that?
See, I'm critiquing the plot. This is me critiquing America. Because she's the plot. She's the plot device. MacGuffin. That book got destroyed, and instantly, oh, yeah, there's a castle somewhere that has all the same spells in that book on the walls. Because this is just a copy.
It's not the real book. It's not. The
I'm
real
like,
book.
oh my God. Well, is there a castle with the white book then?
Yeah.
So do we not know of a castle or a mountain that got the transcripts of the white book?
that Strange can
Guess
go
not.
to and get.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But then
That
again,
book shouldn't have been
she says the
destroyed,
throne.
though.
Them gorilla niggas is waiting
A little
for
something I didn't like, but I don't want to be that guy that brings up the
I give it a
negative stuff
pass.
in the
I give it a
script.
pass. I
Strange
give it a pass.
the Strange
That
that book.
guy that brings up the negative stuff in there.
It's okay.
I feel like I don't want to Infinity War this review like you did. You know, you and 3 was over there sucking that Infinity War movie off
They
to the
have-
point where you didn't even mention no negative. So I gotta make sure I do it here.
Relish in the past.
He's
Always
asking
do that, bro.
because he said, "Why do I gotta bring up the?" Because if I don't do it, I don't think anybody will.
Listen, Han wasn't necessary in the last 3 Doctor Strange. The Wand.
Wong.
The last 3 Doctor Strange. I keep waiting for him to get his moment, but he's pretty much a Robin.
I like Wong though. Wong was tight in this movie. That one
Yeah,
point,
he did his shit.
that one part was very uncharacteristic. I didn't like it. How he snitched.
He wasn't even tortured. Like, he gave it up very easy.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Out of
And
nowhere.
Even the black girl that had to die, you know, I guess they just had needed somebody to die trying to kill the book. But she got her couple lines off.
Yeah.
But, you know, I thought we was gonna see more from the the Green Bull man.
Oh, the
I thought he
Minotaur?
was going. I thought he was
I
going
felt
to
like
be
he was
something.
just like, it's crazy because when I was looking at people talk about it, they kept like blowing up like this character, didn't know anything about him, and I was like, okay, well, let's hope he does something in this movie. He didn't
Nothing.
do
A
shit.
Minotaur.
Except just be the only Minotaur
Role models.
amongst humans. So I mean, you know,
And that black girl that got blown away.
the one that killed the book, that stabbed the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tight though. I figured Wong is the sorcerer supreme now. He's been Strange was going what five
He
years?
hasn't done anything supreme.
He was
yet.
5 years, right? How Strange was
Ever.
going when he was going with the snap.
meant to be.
So all that time that he been studying and training, he would show more power than Strange. Strange showed way more shit than Wong did.
Why is Wong on the cliff of this movie trying to spear and pull his way up when you could just open up a portal and teleport up there?
He can't. He can't.
Did she bug it?
He
Look,
can't.
what do you mean
Oh
he
yeah, she
can't?
took it from him. And then did she take it from him?
Doesn't matter if he took it from me. She asked him why didn't he teleport them up there.
Or it
He
goes
said-
to a certain.
Yeah, they.
Oh, he said this is as far as my magic.
his power- his
Strange
power
couldn't
could
do without it. He had
Right,
to
right,
fly
as far as
over.
my magic will take me.
Yeah.
But he still used magic though.
Well, for the
But he
sling
means like
shit.
It's forbidden for him to be.
Jeez, my
at
nigga,
the-
you
at
couldn't
the-
make freaking magic.
Because she said that's her
I don't know, bro. I don't
You're
know.
right. They did say that. That's
That
far
Why
as
bullshit,
magic.
though.
why is it
It is
her
what it is.
throne? Why is it her face up on there like that? Like why is it?
That was her throne. That's her lair. She is what is basically saying this. What was the name of that dark book?
The Dark Hole.
The Dark Hold. The book is the Dark Hold.
Book of the Day.
That was basically the Scarlet Witch book.
Yeah, it's a book about her and all,
Yeah.
all of her powers.
So all the
They
spells and
explained
shit
that
that's
in
on there,
WandaVision.
She was the
Yeah.
one. That,
It was foretold. This was destiny.
Yes,
That's what I took.
that's what it said. That's what he said.
Like,
Yeah.
It said it in one. It said it in one.
Said it in here,
last couple
too.
of Episodes like that book right there is basically the book about you, and it holds all of your spells and basically all stuff that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And if you basically read from this book, this is going to give you like some ultimate power, and we saw that, in this movie.
And what she believed she was doing was right until
Dr. Phil moment.
America opened up a portal at her. Oh,
What she wants.
conveniently, at the end of the movie, Doctor Strange convinced her, you could do it. No, I can't. Yeah, you guided us where we needed to be all the time. Okay, let me ball my fist up tight because that means I'm strong now. And let me open up this portal so you can see yourself and go in there and see how your kids are afraid of you.
I'm gonna give
You
what
are the
always
monster.
wanted.
you know, really,
Yeah.
You know, really, Grandma Gears. She did this bullshit when she was stuck in that globe. Remember when she was stuck in that glass piece?
Yes.
She socked it and she was seeing how strong she was, and she was like, "Oh wow," and the energy was going like that, so she couldn't tell the whole fucking time. That's dumb. That kills the whole shit.
Yeah, we
right
talked about
there.
that about 15 minutes ago about how she punched her.
I think that was the first time she's ever like punched and it actually happened. Because all the other times it was opened up by force or like she said by accident.
Right.
She said she got scared.
She's never actually intentionally opened up a portal on her own.
Nice little development.
Doctor Strange ends up going to a universe where so Doctor Strange is also destined. It's his destiny to create the
The dark multi. No, not the dark. The
what's the name of it?
The incursion.
Incursion. The incursion was always gonna happen, regardless of what the Illuminati was trying to do. That's what it tells me, and it says you're a bad because you're all the same. Yep, we're all the same. He was destined to create the incursion. The incursion is what really is setting up the MCU
multiverse.
and bringing in X-Men and all this other stuff.
Is it like-
It's happened. We finally got it.
Then we can go back to Loki with the ETA. Was this-
No, it wasn't Loki. It wasn't freaking Far From Home. It wasn't the Thanos snap. It is this. It is that third eye opening up. And we saw the Doctor Strange in that house, who had the book on his hip.
yeah.
He was, what was that book again?
The Dark Hole.
Book of
The Dark Hold. He absorbed the knowledge of that book, so much so that that's why his universe looked the way it was or whatever by choice. He had that third eye open.
Yeah.
The end credits of this movie, Doctor Strange's third eye opened,
Yeah.
which means he has all the knowledge and the power of the Dark Hold.
Regardless if it's destroyed in their universe. regardless
Yes,
of
it's
that.
within him.
Yes.
That nigga Doctor Strange is
Whatever
OP.
touched him,
But Wong
Yeah.
asked him, he said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" He said, "I'm fine." He's like, "Oh, cause the book." He's like, "I'm fine. I'm fine."
Doctor Strange is OP now.
And going back to that
We'll
scene,
see.
I really did enjoy.
We'll see.
I really did enjoy seeing Doctor Strange fight against the Dark Strange using music. You know those music notes.
That was a nice.
That was weird. I was like, why are they doing this shit?
I didn't really.
I like that twist on
I
that.
didn't care for it.
Tight that he could
I thought
yell
it looked
magic.
beautiful. I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I thought it was
I never
tight that
expect
he-
them to. I said, but that just shows you right there, like you can pretty much make a weapon out of damn near anything,
Yeah, that was tight.
such
That
as
was tight.
music
That was
notes.
tight.
He took printed ink off the
Exactly.
thing and
He
then
used it as like Chinese
That's
stars.
what
And
tight.
That was
part
tight.
in
I'm not gonna lie
in the
about that. That was
spoiler-free
tight.
review that we were talking about that I felt like we could have heard all type of music going on during that fight because it was just
Right.
wild notes.
That
They
would've
coulda
made it
took
better.
that
I thought
music
that she was
itself.
gonna, and I was saying that when I was watching
I
it.
thought it was gonna build, and it didn't build.
Are they gonna start with
Right.
and then by the end, I said, oh, it could have been dope, but no, they didn't do
About
it.
it, even though they didn't do that, I like how they just like started off with just like throwing like simple notes out, and then all of a sudden they're throwing out full scale
Yeah,
like
that-
music sheets.
Right,
at
but
each
that's
other.
what we're saying. It could have
Yeah.
been Danny Elfman's magna opus or his greatest work ever. Like
Right.
the biggest,
That's
grandest.
the big score.
You
The
know what I
biggest
mean?
score. Yeah, that would have been dope. I ain't gonna
That's
lie
what
about
I
that.
thought it was cool, but then I thought they were good. If it ran a little long for them to not make the, they should have gave
Make
them
use
another
of it.
3 months.
Yeah.
of
Play
it.
that X-Men shit again. Yeah, play
Yeah,
that shit. Play that Avengers theme. Let's go.
Niggas would have been like, whoa, what
Yeah,
Iron Man, look at all the music they got. The
Bro,
Red-
yeah,
Play that
bro.
Spider-Man. That Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Let's go, play
Danny
that
Elfman's
shit.
Spider-Man. Oh, shit.
What I also like too in that same
Dang.
scene was when the evil Doctor Strange had threw one of his bigger blasts back at him. It kind of like broke Doctor Strange into multiple versions of himself and he
Yeah.
could bring himself back together and
Yeah.
shoot that last blast at him.
Didn't his master do that though in the first one? Like he did that to Spider-Man, punched his body out,
No, that's
and
like,
the bald head
that-
lady did that to him, didn't she?
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what that's called. I was
The mirror-
I
the mirror-
I
it's like
always
the-
think of it like taking like punching their soul out of them. Or
So
whatever.
it's not the mirror dimension.
I forgot what it was, but that's not
Astral
what it
plane.
is.
She was like, it was like an astral type shit because she touched his forehead and he was going through all these different versions of like multiverse and shit. That's what she was telling him the multiverse is real because he said, I don't believe this. He said, what was that? And that's what she told him about the mirror realm.
Flash,
Like
any moments in the movie that stuck out to you?
Man.
No, I'm not cutting you off. I'm just trying to get people involved.
The music notes. I love that scene. I love that fight
Yeah.
scene. Also was when America at the end. When Doctor
When she
Strange,
opened it up for Wanda.
before then, the little scene between Doctor Strange and her, I had a little feeling. It got to me right there.
Oh, I'm glad that I fell into universe. I'm glad you did too, kid.
Use your powers. You got it because you just got to trust yourself.
Oh, okay,
That's-
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that right there.
I
That
didn't like that
really
shit.
got me. And then when she believed in herself.
And neither. I had an issue with that. I had an issue with that.
I like the moment where she was like taking over the some of the sorcerer's minds and stuff, like how silent and shit, how she was going around, brainwashing.
Oh, yeah, that was tight, yeah.
And how
Dang,
she was using the reflection
man.
of the water, snatching them.
Visually, this shit was stunning to look at, bro.
That was good, too.
There was one CG moment that I didn't like when
was a
Wong
couple.
fell and hit his head
On
in the
that
street
car.
on that car.
He saw that shit too.
I said, God, that shit
CG,
look.
that scene is trash.
Oh yeah, I said that looked bad. But besides that, bro, for the amount of CG in this movie, I put this above Infinity War and Endgame.
Don't you think that eye was lacking to me? Like
That eye looked fake.
The eye
it was just.
That eye looked fake.
I would say that the eye on the evil Doctor Strange looked better than it did on the
On the
original-
real
on the
Doctor
real
Yeah.
Doctor
Color.
They had it was like kind of mad.
Yeah, the color, and the eye was still
Yeah,
a
it
different
was
color
weird.
Strange.
too.
Like the
Yeah.
eye looked
And it looked
better
real.
on the evil Doctor Strange than it did on
I
the
wanted some
regular.
calamari looking at that squid thing though. I got hungry when they pulled that eyeball out, threw it on the ground.
That she said, boop. And she went, whoop, made the pluck noise. I said, oh my God,
When
that's
that
funny.
eyeball came out.
But I didn't like how Wong and Doctor Strange were struggling with a freaking squid in the city. I'm like, if Iron Man was here, he would throw a missile and blew it up. Why are you sorcerers struggling with this motherfucking squid in the city right now? Shit is
It's
crazy.
visual shit. I never understood that because they can clearly cut the thing with their magic.
Yeah, he did
I'm
that
like,
shit
And
with
he
that
had,
Cut
it,
this
he had it
nigga.
attached to a sword.
So like
a
6
magic
blades after
sword.
this.
He cut the
cut
arm.
one-
He
he
cut the
cut one-
arm.
he cut
Yeah, cut one of the tentacles.
That's what I'm saying. He could have
but-
sent like 6 blades.
Wong got ate up and he was getting squeezed. I'm like,
Made multiple of
Right,
themselves.
right.
and then
but
sliced
I
them all
understand
together.
this is how we gotta let the plot go forward. We
Yeah, you gotta
show
get some action
America,
and shit.
yeah, yeah.
What I didn't like in this movie, it's the overall. When you say Wanda, outclassed Doctor Strange, I agree. I didn't like that at the very end. Instead of having Strange rise to some awesome occasion and do something, you just let Wanda change her mind. Like, why would you do that?
The only way to beat her is for her to see that I don't want to be this.
Why
and that's,
would you do that? I didn't like that.
You know,
it's his movie.
It shows how OP she is.
They tried it with the zombie though. They tried to give it
that. He could have did something cool, like do something like it's your movies. You remember when Batman rose to the occasion, money?
Yes.
Come on, man, rise to the occasion. Do some
Right.
Doctor Strange.
He did rise to the occasion.
No.
It wasn't enough. He what is it called? Sleepwalk? Dream walked into a dead body which violated the laws of
some shit.
And they came to try to attack him.
I don't see how that motherfucking thing got laws in the first place.
You're right.
That shit didn't make no sense.
I'm like, yeah, well, all the laws. Yeah, you violated this and violated that. He brought a dead carcass up out the ground.
I expected more, bro, from him in terms of the ending of the movie.
Looking at this movie, I agree with Espanol Doctor Strange. He should have taken the power from that bitch. Remember the beginning of the movie?
The one in the beginning.
He tried to kill me. Yeah, it's for the greater good. Give me your freaking power.
I forgot he spoke Spanish.
Nobody else.
Yeah, he should have did that shit, bro.
Nobody else can get it.
That was my major plot hole because so Wanda can't take it because she's evil, but he could take it because he's good.
Wanda could take it. The problem was she was taking it for 40 minutes. I'm like, what? If you don't take her powers already, man, what the
They
hell
all
is
be
going on?
taking it. They be
With
sucking
them,
it.
I kind of get it because
They wasn't using them portals to their advantage too. They was falling all over the
One
place.
thing they did, and one thing they did
about
in
the
this
end?
movie was astral.
Throughout the whole movie.
Oh, well, the end is different, but because they were there, where they were at. But yeah, throughout the whole movie, yeah, I can see that.
One thing they didn't do in this movie was astral project.
That's good.
You know, they did it in Doctor Strange and then Wanda did it at the end of Wanda, but you know, they didn't do it in this movie, which I didn't have a problem with.
If he astral projected Wanda, she would have been done.
Probably. And
But Spider-Man somehow goes
When
right
Wanda
back
was
into that
chasing
body.
her,
wrecked
all
his
he had to
shit.
do was keep opening them portholes and
And-
letting her fall through and go. Put her in Alaska. Put her in China. Put her in, you know what I mean?
she too powerful for that shit.
She's
That shit ain't happening to her.
witchcraft. She would have got back.
And one thing I did like in the part when they was like when Wanda was like chasing them through when they was when Strange was like bringing down all the walls and she was blasting through them was when they got to that last one and everything just kind of slowed down.
Yeah, I like that
and
too.
the water was falling. You could hear the water fall and hit, and
Yeah.
it actually bit. It's like it was music there, and then the music kind of fades out and it gets quiet.
And it was
I
slow
liked
motion
and
fall.
It gave us a sense of like a feeling like. We probably thought she was going to blast through that wall. No, she just found a way to get around that wall and get in front of them.
Yeah.
Instead of just blasting right through like she did previously. She said, let me throw that Uno reverse card on you right quick and just come and do another
That shit made me jump though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Because I was expecting her to shoot up like blast through the wall, but she didn't.
I was mad at
waiting
Sam
for that.
Raimi because he was using too much horror elements in this movie.
I knew he was going
Why weren't they running?
That's what I said.
Why you stop running and wait?
I was
Oh,
waiting for her.
Oh, yeah.
like is she gonna chase us? Because we're gonna stop
Everybody-
running.
We was all like,
Like,
Run!
I was like, run.
they waited. They're like she was Freddy Krueger, Jason or somebody.
It's like you're only running because she's chasing. Oh, she's not chasing me no more.
I'm glad they didn't do the typical.
Y'all still got a month to
I'm
get.
glad they
The
did-
doors are closed now, guys.
I was so mad and annoyed at
I'm
that.
glad they didn't do the typical tripping over air thing, because you know they like to do that in the movie.
I'd rather them trip over some shit than just sit
Break
there
their
and wait to
ankles.
get
Yeah, I
chased.
thought he was gonna trip over
America
the bottom
would've
of the
tripped first.
porthole.
I don't know why.
That same run thing was an issue in the very first scene. I don't know if you guys caught it because he had the portal open. America, go get the book.
Oh,
She's just sitting there waiting.
She stood there.
At the whole time, waiting for him to fight and get chopped in the chop suey.
Yeah, they like
Then
that.
she went to, I feel like,
And
edit that out,
and he was
bro.
about to kill her,
I didn't
too.
know why they
Remember
the scene when they stopped, and I was like, run.
Go. Like,
Then
I'm
here
saying,
comes
go.
the
It was
effects.
saying run.
What's with the slow dripping water?
I don't know.
I was like, something's about to happen.
I thought
Yeah.
that
But
shit
nothing
was tight, though. I
happened.
ain't gonna lie
I
about
did
that. I like that.
I did
That
like
shit was
seeing that
tight.
though.
It was cool looking, but
water
nothing
Nah, it looked good.
happened.
It all
that.
looked good, but except the running.
My two favorite scenes was the ring moment when she turned around backwards and her body.
That was fire.
That was my favorite moment.
That was fire.
Because I was like, oh, they get real scary. And then my other thing was them sharp ass mirrors. Like they looked like they was gonna cut me in my seat. Like when them daggers came out and my kids, I thought she was gonna cut up.
So Wanda was using reflections. And then another stupid thing. She's covering all the puddles, and stupid America looks at a puddle.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. Why look at that shit?
What is
That
wrong
was
with you?
stupid. That was
What
freaking
is wrong?
stupid,
You're
bro.
covering the puddle so she doesn't eat you. But there's a puddle.
And you
And
look
her
at
hands
the
was
Let me-
coming out of oh
Like,
man, that was
man.
fire too.
I didn't really understand that though. I didn't. There's a lot of first times for me in this movie.
Especially since she was already going around covering the puddles to begin it with, why did you wait till you get to the last one to want to look at it?
Yeah,
You wait to see it in-
it's a horror thing.
Yeah, it's that horror
I
shit.
think that's Sam Raimi's fault here. You know, building the anticipation, characters doing dumb things for that snare, for that horror moment.
It's stuff like that I don't like. But I don't,
Yeah.
like again, the reason I say I don't fault the movie too much for those things because let's say she covered the puddle and then she ran back to Doctor Strange and they're like, did we get all the puddles? And then they zoomed to that one puddle and she jumped out. I still would have been like, all right, you forgot. So that's why I'm like, all right, whatever.
I'm okay with that. That's better.
No, I know, but I'm saying the fact that she came because there was a puddle there. She came out and did her thing. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna fault it too much. Whatever. I don't care how you do it. It's trash, but I'm gonna move on from that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, let's wrap it up, man. I feel like we've touched on a lot of stuff in this movie, but is there anything anybody wants to share? Anything that was notable to them that they feel like we haven't mentioned or talked enough about?
Wanda's the real MVP of this movie.
Oh yeah, we definitely understand that.
That
Yeah,
ending with the
that's
guitar,
true.
bro, and him falling down on the ground, him smiling, walking down, that was trash. I didn't like that ending.
Guitar?
Yeah, when you heard the guitar.
And he was like, oh! And they showed the eye.
The
Oh,
guy hit
oh.
one of the notes that reactivated, you know, the evilness that he had seen in the book.
That plot, that's dumb. Like,
That third eye came out. End credit scene. We saw. So we had to look her up. I'm like, I first noticed her. That's Charlize Theron.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, oh, Charlize, she looked good in that superhero costume.
I'm sad for looking at
Golly, this shit just boosted up. They cast a man. Bro, that's.
Yeah, they're
I
getting
looked her
bigger
up.
names.
It's Doctor Strange's wife in the comics. Doctor Strange's wife.
Clea, right? Is her name?
So I'm like, Clea Strange. Yeah.
So he actually is
That's gonna be
married to
his
another
wife, and it's dope because his girlfriend, Christina said, "Don't risk it. Move on. Do your thing."
I like
and,
that they did that.
yeah, there was like, you know, whoever, and I was like, oh, okay. And then she shows up. I'm like, okay, this is clearly this gonna be your boo. Y'all gonna go and do this mission. Y'all gonna fall in love, and she's already strong and dope. She probably have another universe, and I just think that she's gonna be
already.
I think Charlize Theron as this freaking female Doctor Strange is one of the best castings, bro. Better than Jane Foster's Thor.
Okay.
I actually want to see that.
I thought she was
Okay, I guess.
Think about it. Charlize Theron, Benedict Cumberbatch. Those are two mature, great actors. She's
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. This doesn't
I like
excite
it.
me, but
No, okay. I liked it. I liked
She
it.
don't
slap that
go with
ass.
that purple eyeliner on.
Charlize Theron with makeup on she's a top beauty, man.
the only thing I noticed in the movie that
to wear dresses.
that really bothered me, and it wasn't a thing, and I mentioned it already, is the fact that they showed her parents get snatched up, and that wasn't a point of contention in the movie at all, like her getting back to her parents. Like, they mentioned it, and it was just glossed over.
Well,
One day you'll be able to
That's
see
why
your
I said-
parents. I'm like, God damn.
well, she assumed that her parents was dead the whole movie until
I'm
Doctor
pissed
Strange
off
said
about all of this.
That's why I said. That's why I said that.
It's that whole thing. I would
Yeah.
erase that
I
shit,
said
bro.
I had, like I told Jody, I
Parents
said
don't
America
exist in no
Chavez
other universe either.
always had a bad origin
That
story.
too.
That's why I said I didn't mind that that's what we saw, because if you stuck to the context, she had a bad origin story. The crazy thing is that wasn't even the worst origin story that they could have possibly given her.
But wouldn't you think she's like, oh, maybe my parents is in one of these universes too?
It would have made more sense if
You know, another version of her parents?
I think like you said that.
Can you just mention that she tried to find them?
Yeah, something.
Show us that you care, that you're not a useless
Anything.
child.
Yeah,
well,
anything.
she will now in the Disney Plus series. I'm just making that up.
Yeah. And that'd be something that I'm not tuning in to watch.
There's a version of everyone except me, including my parents, but freak them.
Yeah.
I was confused with that shit.
The part that we touched on, but we didn't really delve into, is the fact that now you definitely have to have Disney Plus and go to the movies in order to stay fully without FOMO. You know what I mean?
Don't know if I'm there yet.
They took the same
Yeah.
actors.
I don't know
They
yet.
never, DC's formula was to take different actors and put them in the movies. This movie took the TV people, the TV kids, the two boys, and put them in the movie, which is a great look for the actors, but also a big move for television because now it's the same entity. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I don't think that that's necessarily true outside of WandaVision. Falcon the Winter Soldier is an after effect. It's after it's all said and done, so it's just watching after the fact. Loki, probably because it's the variants and all that.
He
Maybe.
separated himself too, though.
Yeah. And then you think about Hawkeye, definitely not needed. That's after the fact.
That was the case.
Wash him out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite there that you have to watch Disney Plus, But for this movie, it's true. You do need to watch WandaVision.
But I think that moving forward, that will be the new formula.
I hope that they do that.
Moon Knight
That's
is
supposed to be what it's
That
about.
will make the show get a.
Moon Knight is very
quality.
contained.
The Multiverse, Kane the Conqueror. They've been talking, Kane the Conqueror, Ant-Man. If you didn't watch that,
Kane the Conqueror don't mean shit because we clearly see what the multiverse is now. We were always wondering, is it going to be the TVA? Is Kane the Conqueror the guy? It's Doctor
It's all
Strange.
over the place.
And
It's
that would've
Doctor
been
Strange.
dope
He's
if
the
they
one
had
that did it.
TVAs come in here too. They would have had it like that.
I don't know because that's more like, and only if Loki has some place to be putting their book. As we clearly see, Loki had no spot. They said they're not bringing Kang in until Ant-Man, so that's the next time we'll see it.
Let's see.
He gonna be contained in that too.
And I don't give a shit about
I
no
didn't see
freaking
Papa
Ant-Man.
Pizza post credits. I could have used another jewel to move the.
That was I got you, suckers.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that.
I like that.
Oh, and one thing I also noticed too, and it's something that Wanda did in this movie. Did you notice that she had broke the fourth wall, like briefly?
No.
No.
Like it was a part where she was, I can't remember the scene, but it was a part where she was, I guess she was looking at her kids or something, or she was looking at, it was the part where she had walked to the window because she was taking her kid's ball to the kitchen, and all of a sudden that's when the Scarlet Witch had found her, and the house started moving, and the wind started blowing, and then she had put the dishes down. And then she looked up and saw Scarlet Witch looking back at her from her reflection.
Oh, yeah.
And she briefly looked over at the camera like this and kept walking. I thought that was interesting of her to do that.
She did?
Yeah, she did.
She broke the fourth wall.
I remember that.
I didn't catch. I know everything you're talking about, but I didn't catch the.
I didn't catch it.
I saw the reflection. I didn't see her looking in the camera and looking at.
She did it like real briefly. It was like about a quick maybe 2.5, and then she walked away. And I thought that was an interesting callback because she did that a lot in WandaVision. But I thought it was interesting that she did it here because of the dark tone of the movie. It's almost like she was looking like directly at the people, like, yeah, some shit about to go down. And all of a sudden, that's when she started. That was the lead in going to her going to the Illuminati.
Oh my bad. Last thing, let me mention it now.
Tight,
The TV show goes down for me because in this movie, Wanda is clearly a problem, and she was a problem in that TV show.
Yeah.
And after the TV show, she learned nothing. She has learned nothing.
Bro, not even that.
Pissed me off.
What pisses me off is not that she didn't learn that. Nobody held her responsible. And when Doctor Strange says, "Yeah, you fixed it," nah, nigga, reprimand her.
Yeah,
Give her a
all that
freaking
shit.
jail cell.
I'm like,
Nobody even checked on her.
That fool Dr. Strange said, I didn't come here to talk about that.
yeah.
I'm like,
And
bro,
she was
like-
still on her shit.
And that bitch was still baking evil.
She was still doing her shit. I'm like, wait a minute. So WandaVision, the whole show, all those people, nothing?
She didn't learn shit.
Nothing.
She got evil.
I was like, okay.
That
for
last
sure.
credit scene with that book, nigga. She was hovering in there with that book.
She was actually
Yep.
addressing
For
the
sure.
book.
I was
And the
like,
thing-
for sure.
And the thing is, Agatha told her, don't read from that book because of what it's going to actually do to you, like what it's going to contain and everything like that. So she read from that book and she just amplified even more on top of that. She just escalated on top of that. So it's like it's almost like you said, like she didn't even want to like atone for her actions. She already had.
Like none of the Avengers held her responsible.
Yep, nothing happened.
No Nick Fury.
Nothing.
Nobody. Nothing. Nowhere.
She was laser focused on her goal, and there it is.
When I think back on it, I'm like, if I go back and watch that, which I never will, Agatha's the good guy.
But where was
What
that?
here?
Wasn't she in like a Scarlet
Westview.
Brown?
Yeah.
Right, but it was fake. It was a
It was a
red-
town that she took
It's a
over.
real
was a
town.
real
She-
town.
Still
Real
there.
took over.
It's still the WandaVision town.
No, it was
No.
not one
No, it's
division.
not.
It was actually
It's a
real
regular town now.
All the people are uplifted out the.
And they can't get in there out. Nobody can get in
They
there.
can't now.
Get out now.
No, they get out
They
now,
can get
yeah.
out now because she closed the hex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
she's
but
doing
I'm
other
saying where
shit.
She is cutting those flowers and
That
growing
was
those
something
Oh, she made that on her own.
She made that up.
Yeah.
Because-
Right, but where is she?
It's
She probably were
nowhere.
where she was at in that little
Well,
house in
that
the mountains
island,
with the
that island
trees.
shit,
In the
that island
woods.
that she was
Yeah,
at,
where you show her in the woods, she was like this. Oh, maybe it's there. I don't know where
It's
she
the
was.
same
That's
place.
where she's at. That's where
It's
it
the
was
same
at, but
place she was at the
as
end of
we
WandaVision.
saw
Version of herself
It was all
drinking
made
coffee
up.
and it was her. Yep.
in its movie. It was all made up.
And
She
the thing is
destroyed that whole area.
And the thing is, the minute that Doctor Strange had realized that was all an illusion, and she revealed like what it really was, then it's like that's when the movie really took the turning point right there and went right from light to dark, like just in that moment. Right.
That was great.
It makes
That
you
was
think of
great.
the end credit scene that was taken out of WandaVision, where Kevin Feige said it was Doctor Strange saying Wanda, and then it ended. That made so much more sense. They should have left that in. But Kevin Feige, you know, this is one of his critiques, is that he said The original end credit scene for WandaVision was her with that book or whatever. But
Right.
you hear Doctor Strange saying Wanda, and then it like goes away. Feige said, I didn't want to take that moment from her because she's a strong woman. I didn't want a man to come along and outshine her or some shit like that.
Well,
I'm like,
he
bro,
came
that just
anyway.
make this is where that woke shit is getting in the way. Because doesn't it make more sense if that nigga
Yep.
Wanda?
Kind of like how Blade did.
It lines right up with what.
Yep. It lines up.
Everybody was hoping that in that post-credit scene, or even in the episode period, that Doctor Strange was going to show up, especially since that show was a tie-in to this direct tie-in.
And he did show up.
So you're letting woke shit stop you from being creatively awesome.
But I also feel like that might have been a little bit on the nose because going into this movie, I thought Doctor Strange and Wanda were going to be on the same side fighting another villain. I had
You could have still think that. It would have made you think that even
I
more.
did too.
I had no idea she would be the actual villain.
It would have made you think that even more, I think. Because
So that's
after the TV show, you would think that she learned her lesson.
Did anybody else, any of our theories, did anybody expect Wanda to be like the villain?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
No.
You
Not
did.
at all.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
No, not at all.
No, I thought it was gonna be strange.
These fanboys out here
I
were saying it,
I
but
thought it was it's gonna be a like two of them.
these spoiling fanboys said it, but I didn't want to believe it.
I thought it was gonna be a darker
I didn't-
version and a
listen,
light version and
I
stuff
would
too.
say that at first I thought that maybe at first Wanda and Strange would kind of like be on the same side, but then something happens and then she just flips and like a switch happens and then she goes completely against them. But she was like completely straight out the gate a villain from the jump. And I have to say, I have to give like kudos to Elizabeth Olsen for even going that far with this character. And like that's not the easiest thing I'm sure probably for her to actually do, especially since of all the years that she's always played this character. Like she went at its darkest point with this one. And I can tell that just by looking at it, they always say that a lot of people love to play the villain because they have a lot of fun with it. And you can tell she was like really lost in the role when she actually did what she did. But like I said, real MVP of this movie, OP. I got a question though. Would any of y'all have a sliver of her power? Like if you had a little bit of her power, do you think you would be able to control her, or do you think it would take over you?
I don't want no power that could probably potentially control and take over my body.
Yeah, just give me Captain America's
I'm
serum.
good. I'm good. I'm good as Cap.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I'll be a Cap.
Control shit.
Black Panther.
I like being in control. That's why I don't drink.
Yeah, I don't like that
What
shit.
the freak?
I don't want the idea of losing
Too
control.
dark. Her power's too dark, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm
I
cool
thought it
with
was
that.
gonna be strange, bro. I thought at the end of the day they were gonna say, "Ha! Doctor Strange in another universe was OP as shit, and he was using that book to control Wanda from another universe. Oh, you thought she was
I thought
evil,
that
but
shit
nah,
too.
it was evil Strange.
I thought that shit.
I was like, what's up?
I thought that shit
What's
too.
going
I
on
thought
here?
Evil Strange is gonna be.
Yeah, I was like,
When
evil
they showed that
Strange,
what if
sorcerer
kinda like
supreme
similar to
shit.
what if, I thought that
And then he was gonna wake her up, and they was gonna team up and take down evil Strange.
They could have done that. They
Kevin
could
Feige
have.
didn't want to do that because he wanted Wanda.
They really
Because
could have.
then Wanda from
She
the
don't want no
TV
man to
show
take his
would have
power,
came to her
take her
senses.
power,
I
whatever.
thought like you thought she was bad, but nah, she came to her senses really and helped
It could have,
Strange.
because they could have ran with that. That Doctor Strange from the one that the Illuminati supposedly got rid of.
Yeah.
They could have probably reiterated that somehow.
Yeah,
and made him
yeah,
the villain.
man.
I thought
That would've been awesome.
Mordo 2 was going to be the number one villain of this shit too. You know what I mean? I
Considering
thought.
how it ended with Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I thought that way back.
I thought it was gonna be more
When
of
they showed
him.
him,
and-
Mordo was sidelined, bro.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
His part was very, and you know, and that's how you can always tell when someone's like a big part in the movie, because every trailer they show, he was always doing the same thing, and that was that part when he was using the sword to fight Doctor Strange while he had those cuffs on. That's all you saw in every promo of him, and it was always in that same spot. So I kind of knew his part wasn't going to be as big.
Tough.
There it is.
So let's end this with briefly talking about something that is going to happen. We talked about box office. This movie was tracking at around $300 million. Predictions. The predictions were $300 million, and we talked about it before the worldwide.
Okay.
Worldwide weekend, $300 million. Sal Award said $225 million. Virgo, you said $250 million.
Yeah.
Code said $200 million. E said $300 million. He's going along with the box office predictions. Tarian went $400 million. Flash, I don't think we asked you. Worldwide box office predictions. What do you think this movie's going to bring in?
This word of mouth is going to be strong with this movie. I would say 330.
That's high. But I'm going to up my limit as well. After being there at a 3 o'clock show and seeing the theater more than half full, people are coming to see this movie. and I'm just gonna use this to stick it to Batman stans who think that Batman did a good job in the box office. You know, making 750 million, that's below expectations. It underperformed, and when this movie makes $1 billion, when Doctor Strange makes more money in the box office than the Batman, you too will find out that you were wrong too. But it's okay. I hand out these L's for free. $1 billion movie this will be. I think that'll make more than 230, like I said. I'm gonna go 275 since somebody hit that. You're 250, 300. I'm 275 with it. We'll see what happens, man. Around the horn, we gave it our grades. A- for me, A's for everybody else except Virgo. You gave it a B plus. He gave it a B plus. There we go. Thank you guys so very much for tuning into this long, mega epic discussion featuring my guest, the Hemi, Tari and Rain. The best guest, he said.
Self-proclaimed.
Hey, we the Just Us League. We out this thing, man. Subscribe. Deuces.
Like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Throw up that video, free 99 all day. Don't forget to share and show love to the JC family. Let us know what you think about it. You like it, you don't like it. Let us know what you think. Keep it a bug and do it now.